What is up? What is up, everyone? How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. Now, let's get started. I definitely want to say thank you for anyone who's been joining my mobile live streams. It's been getting decent traction, so I'm really liking it. I definitely will do more of it. Please give me your thoughts and opinions. Right, I had some people who give me some feedback, like they didn't like the background to it. It was distracting, so I will take that into account. I want to try some other backgrounds to see if those are better. Definitely give me some prompts or debate questions or whatever. Those are definitely helpful. It'd be fun if you guys have anything more controversial, tantalizing to debate and talk about, have a conversation on. That would be fun. So yes, we will do that. Yes, let's excuse me. Let's start out with some let's start out with some TikTok. Let's start out with some TikTok.
I was actually.
So this is my thing. This is a woman, right? That is, and she probably will say it. She will say it. She built her content on purely hating men, like truly hating men, and she will say it, right? She will say that she's built her content on hating men. Right? I've said this before, Mayor. You may think I built my content on hating women, which I don't believe so, right? I would say I'll hold women accountable for the things they say and do. And I give you an example. So that is why I usually stick to doing reaction videos, not just blindly saying shit, for, no rhyme or reason. Okay. And again, I hold women accountable for the things they say and do. Now, okay, we have you always have people say, "Oh, why don't you hold men accountable? Why do I need to?" Right? We have women who hold their whole platform is hating on men. So really, what do I need to do? Right? I mean, women dedicate their whole social media propaganda on hating men. So I don't need to add to it. Okay, there's plenty of it. But this is a thing where I find it funny, right? These same women that hate on men, some even say, "Oh, decenter men. Don't you shouldn't care about men. You should opt out of the dating market, or men are terrible, men are dangerous, men are disgusting, so on and so on." Whole lot of shit about men, whole lot of things where stop dating men. They don't deserve you. All that shit, right? Okay, and yet they themselves will still be in the dating market trying to find a man, or in some cases already have a man, right? You already have a man while saying, "Oh, all men are terrible." Yeah, okay. Oh, only my man is not terrible, but all men are terrible. Okay, makes sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. All right, let's and that's the thing why I've said this before. I don't hate women, okay, because I know plenty of women that are amazing. And I would hope that I can find a woman that would be amazing too. So the mindset of, if I hate women, but then I want to find a woman, I think that's hypocrisy, in my opinion. I think that's delusional. But we have plenty of women that do. Okay, so let's check this one out.
Actually starting to like him for half a second. I was actually starting to like him for half a second. On Friday, he texted me saying, "I want to see you when I come home from the beach on Sunday." I said, "Okay, I'm going to be in the city all day. I'll let you know when I get home." About 5:30, I text him saying, "On my way home." He says, "Okay, trying to leave now." Okay, cool, whatever. I didn't hear anything from him until about 20 minutes ago when he said, "Leaving now." Okay, it's 9:20 p.m. He told me at 5 o'clock he was trying to leave the beach then. Right, 9 p.m. he texted me saying, leaving now, probably too tired tonight. I want to see you soon though. That man will never hear from me ever fucking again. I am so pissed off right now. You have no idea. Because you say, all throughout the week he's talking about seeing me when he comes home. I want to see you, I want to see you, I want to see you. Okay, great, you want to see me so damn bad, make it happen. I feel absolutely no fucking sympathy or empathy for this fucking loser. This has gone on absolutely too long, and I'm pissed the fuck off. They're just losers. The end. I love y'all. Bye.
They're losers, yet you want them. This is a problem when you actually hear women's content, right? It's funny when men hold women accountable. They always say, "Who hurt you? Who hurt you?" It is literally just projection when they say that, because women know that when women say shit, it comes from hurt, right? It comes from hurt. But this is why I don't just say shit just to say shit. Okay, I literally show you a video, right? A video example of the hypocrisy, of the delusion, of the insanity that's coming out of a woman's mouth. I literally showing you, right? So it's not that, oh, my girlfriend just did me dirty, so I'm going to tell you how terrible women are. No, I'm not going to, because this is the thing. I've always said this before. Where in my own relationships, I hold myself accountable. I don't blame the women I've dealt with for the shitty things they done to me. I don't blame them, because at the end of the day, I chose them. So I blame myself. At the very least, I blame myself for choosing them. So I'm not going to use that trauma and then, do a blanket statement for all women because the women I dealt with done me dirty. No, that's not how I go about it. Okay. Because women, they are the insane ones. They literally come online and spout the craziness that they spout. So here's this woman, right, who's definitely showing who hurt you, and then say, "Oh, you guys are losers, right? Men are losers," stuff like that. But you can see that she wanted this loser. And then I'm going to show you subsequent videos. Do you think a woman like this, right? And she's in a situationship, and she's the times I've seen her, she only talks about situationships. So you think a woman that only can get situationships from men, or only can get situationships from men, you think she will get good results from that? No. So of course a woman that can't get good results when dealing with men will come online and show how hurt she's been, and then try to hurt all men, try to insult all men. So no wonder you can't get a man. No wonder you are relegated. God, I'm terrible. Relegated to situationship status only. So we'll see.
So y'all, a man found my TikTok, and I told y'all about him. He was the nice one that took me on a date, whatever. On the date, he kept saying, "Show me your TikTok, show me your TikTok." And I was like, "Girl, you're not getting tickets for that show." And he said, "If I jump in the water, will you show me your TikTok?" And I said, "You know what? Yeah, go ahead." He didn't jump in the water. Long story short. So I'm soft launching the idea of ghosting him at this point, right? Day and a half, we haven't talked. And he sends me a text.
And do you think this woman is really attracting good quality men?
Saw your TikTok. Oh, fuck. I have half a brain to go delete the video that I made about him, but 3 seconds later, a text rolls in that says, "I'm glad you think I'm nice," which is what I said. I wasn't lying. I said what the fuck I thought, right? So this is kind of like those weird phenomenons where it's like, this isn't real life to me. But then, like my last situationship, he sent me a TikTok talking about, "You're telling people about us? What? Did you miss the point of the video? Did you?" Anyway, I don't care. I love y'all. Bye. So y'all, a man.
You don't think it's real life, yet you use the real life hate to spread, right? Your own real life hate to spread to the world through your social media. We'll see.
Okay, y'all, let's have a real conversation because I cried in therapy, obviously, y'all saw. And I want to be as real as possible with you guys because, yeah, like, hating men is kind of like what I've built this platform on. But also, it comes down to, like, real human emotion. I want love. I do. It's not something that, like, I'm not inhuman. I want love. I don't crave it and I don't put it at the center of everything that I do. But it's not something that I've just thrown to the wayside. I saw an edit to the song Cindy Lou Who by Sabrina Carpenter and I lost my fucking mind last night. I cried for 15 minutes straight. I'm not fucking joking. 15 minutes straight, I was bawling my eyes out. Because for quite some years now, I've been pretty cold and pretty heartless. But that specific edit made me remember what it was like to be in love. And deep in the being of who I am, yes, I am a lover girl. It's unfortunate and it hurts more than anything. What I won't do, however, is want it so bad that I'm being treated like shit just for the shot at love. Because when it really comes down to it, that's not love. So, sorry for this break in your usually scheduled entertainment. I'm human. Love you, bye. Okay.
You're not. You're not. You're subhuman. You are subhuman, and I will show you, right, the lack of humanity you have. I will show you. I will show you. Okay. And out of the horse's mouth, she said it, right? Her content is based on hating men. It's not me. It's not me misinterpreting her content. Okay? It's not me just guessing because I've had people say, "Oh, you hate women. Oh, you hate women." But I've never said I hate women. Okay? So it's just how people interpret my content. It's not what I say. I don't say I hate women. This is a thing where women will tell you they make their content on hating men. And there's no gray lines whatsoever. And you think a woman like this would get good results. Here's the thing. She's crying about it. She's sad about it. But I'm sorry. That is what you deserve. That is what you qualify for. Because you are a miserable person. So you are only going to attract miserable people. People that will use you. People. Because this is the thing, right? Let's break this one down.
Y'all, let's have a real conversation because I cried in therapy, obviously, y'all saw. And I want to be as real as possible with you guys because, yeah, like, hating men is kind of like what I've built this platform on. But also, it comes down to, like, real human emotion. I want love. I do. It's not something that, like, I'm not.
You want love with who? Other women? You literally spread hate towards men. So, I find it really idiotic, okay? So, you hate men and you spread it. What do you think of the type of men that would even be attracted to you? Guess what? It's the men that don't care. Why they don't care? Because all they actually care about is to fuck you. That is it. Pump and dump. Because why would the player care? Why would he care if you hate men? He doesn't give a shit. He only cares if you allow him to pump and dump. That's it. And you do. She synonymously, all I've seen when she talks about relationships, it's just situationships. So literally, she's only in pump and dump relationships, right? Pump and dump situationships. That's it. So can you not be surprised? This terrible woman has literally put herself in a cycle, right? A cycle where she hates men, only attract men that don't give a shit, that will pump and dump her, give her only situationships, and because of that, hates men, and then it will just repeat itself. Right? It will just repeat himself. And then these women will, she's probably in her 20s, right? Then in her late 30s, her 40s, where are the good men at? All men are terrible. All men are liars. Bitch, are you kidding me? When you were so stupid in your 20s, only wanting shitty men, right? Oh, you're only attracted to the toxic men because honestly, you're toxic yourself, right? And you can't really put two and two together, right? Oh, maybe it's because of you. Maybe it's because of you. But no, women don't understand that. Accountability is not something women understand.
Inhuman. I want love. I don't crave it and I don't put it at the center of everything that I do, but it's not something that I've just thrown to the wayside. I saw an edit.
Throw it to the wayside because honestly, you don't qualify for it.
To the song Cindy Lou Who by Sabrina Carpenter, and I lost my fucking mind last night. I cried for 15 minutes straight. I'm not fucking joking. 15 minutes straight, I was bawling my eyes out. Because for quite some years now, I've been pretty cold and pretty heartless. But that specific edit made me remember what it was like to be in love. And deep in the being of who I am, yes, I am a lover girl.
We'll see. Right? We'll see how do lover girls spew such toxicity? Do lovers girls spew such hate? I don't know about you. I never thought lover girls do that, right? I never thought lover girls do that, but maybe I'm not understanding it correctly. Laughing man, what's up? What's up?
It's unfortunate and it hurts more than anything. What I won't do, however, is want it so bad that I'm being treated like shit just for the shot at love.
You know why? Because women are honestly not as smart as I think they should be, right? Women are not as smart as I think they should be. Big yeah. They're not as smart as they should be, because if they were, they would understand that, just like what I just said before, right? You are the problem. Right? You said, oh, I don't want to be hurt. Well, guess what? You chose that person that would hurt you. You chose them. This is the problem with lack of accountability in women. They blame everyone else but themselves. And because they blame everyone else but themselves, they are fine with spreading hate, because they don't realize that's them, that they are the problem, not these other people, right? Because at the end of the day, there will always be good people and bad people. Why are you always letting the bad people in? That's the problem. You can't change other people around you. Only thing is you recognize what you do, right? That's the only thing. That is why I said it. I take full accountability for the results of my life, right? Even the women that has done me dirty, I don't care, because at the end of the day, I chose her. So I'm not going to blame the woman I chose, right? I'm not going to blame her, right? You guys know my history with, my exes, but I don't blame them, because I was the fool who chose them. Yet women can't really get that across their brain.
Because when it really comes down to it, that's not love. So, sorry for this break in your usually scheduled entertainment. Male manipulation relies heavily on the fact that the woman wants to be loved. Yet another thing they rely on us for, right? So when you as a woman remove that from him, his manipulation tactics just go down the drain. He's not very smart. He's not very competent. So if you remove your desire to be loved for even half a second, his whole plan falls apart. Me, generationally, I've been taught psychological warfare. So if you think some bozo's gonna trip me up all because I want to be loved, you are wrong. You're gonna have to get your doctorate in psychology to fuck with me. But that's why I say men will say anything to get anywhere with you. Actions speak so much louder than words. The only person who can guilt me into doing something for them is my mother. So if you think you're gonna get me with the patriarchal noise of women are responsible for men's happiness, you are fucking wrong. I could give a damn about your happiness. But you don't want to be loved by someone who is manipulating and bending your own feelings for their personal benefit. I don't know. Food for thought. I love y'all. Goodbye.
So you don't care about a man's happiness. Cool. And it's funny that these women always talk about manipulative men. Those are the men you choose. Those are the men you want. Okay. I'm just thinking that a lot of these times, these women, they don't seem to understand that at the end of the day, they chose these men. They chose these men. No one forces a woman in today's day and age. No one forces a woman to choose said men, right? No one. No one can force a woman. She is the one who chooses herself. Manipulate. This is a thing where, let me say this, okay? Now, are there manipulative men? Of course. But let me say this. I think the biggest manipulator are women, in a sense that they manipulate themselves. I've said this before, okay? I either believe men don't lie or men are not that good at lying, or men don't switch up. But what do I do believe? I believe women ignore red flags. I do not believe that such a vast amount of men are such master manipulators, such amazing Casanovas. No, I don't. I believe that, yeah, maybe there are men that try, but honestly, they're not that good at it. I don't believe that most men, at least most of the manipulative men, are all that amazing at it. But what I do believe is that they have certain qualities, looks, height, wealth, that a woman will be attracted to, and then she will ignore red flags. I've heard so many stories by women, okay? They tell me their interactions with men, right? And they see, here's the thing, let them go digger. Let them go deeper. They tell me more about it. And then only to find out, wow, I saw that red flag. I saw that red flag. Right? I saw that red flag. But they choose to ignore it because they wanted that man. I've said this before. If she wants you, she will make it easy for you. Right? She will make it easy for you. She will accept coffee dates, 50-50 dates. She will accept next fucking chill. Hell, she will ignore your glaring red flags just so you can be with her. Laughing man, yeah.
Men hate me, and it's not something I'm taking too hard. The feeling's mutual, brother. The feeling's only mutual because I know what kind of man you are if you hate me based off my content. Because my content isn't even I hate men. I've said that maybe once or twice throughout all of my videos. My content is telling women how you behave and how you don't respect them. If you jump...
No, not your content is not telling how you behave. No, your content is telling how the men that women choose behave. Okay? Drastically different. Your content is telling you, right, telling women the men they choose behave, not just men in general. So I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you chose that man, right? Women are not, I hate this thing where women constantly say, right? Men in, honestly, women do, you hear so many times, I've heard so many up and down on this app, women say, there's no attractive men out there. Men are chop, all this. Women find very few men attractive, right? Women find the majority of men not attractive. So if women find the majority of men not attractive, you think her content is geared towards you when you're not even being picked, when you're not even being desired, when you're not even being wanted? No, right? It's not. It's not. Her content is geared towards the men that, you know what? Women will ignore, women will still pick regardless of the shit you say. Those men don't give a shit. The players, the bad boys, the pookies, you can say all the shit, all the hate you want, but you will still willingly be in situationships with them. You will still be baby mamas to them. So those men don't care, right? Those men do not give a shit what you say, because those men, they're winning. They're getting, women to be baby mamas to them. They're getting women to willingly be in situationship with them.
Over to that comment section video, which is pinned, by the way. Women aren't just posting their ex because they're ugly. Women are posting their exes because they're cheating, they're fucking going around doing crazy shit. So when men get up in my comments talking a whole bunch of shit on me, I know exactly what kind of man you are. And I struck a nerve, didn't I? Because God forbid women get hip to your fucking bullshit, right? Then I won't be able to control them. Yeah, that's kind of the whole idea, you stupid fucking idiot. You're gonna be single forever. If I have any say in it, yeah. Especially if my option is you.
If you have any say in it, I find the hypocrisies in her words. You're gonna be single forever, okay? If you have any say with it, so you're gonna do it, and then like, oh, I'm a lover girl. Lover girls are definitely desiring to be single forever. I have emotions. I cried. Really? Seems like this is the thing. This is the problem with a lot of women like this. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Women like this want to spread that misery, because here's the thing. right? The video, whatever video she says, right? My big turn off or uh, ick, like you say, are women talk like this, bro, dude. Because yeah, this because here's the thing, right? Women that talk like this, I'm not. I hate this. I hate this concept with women, dude. Right? It's like, oh, you know what? Good looking men cheat, right? Good looking men cheat. So you know what? So I just went with the ugly man, right? I went with the ugly man. But you know what? The ugly man cheat anyway. Bitch, are you stupid? Right? Are you stupid? You base a man's morality on his looks. Yeah. Ugly man will cheat too. Because he doesn't have morality. He doesn't have any sense of morality, principles, values. He doesn't. You chose a man based on superficial things. You thought that an ugly man, right, has no options to cheat. If he got you, he can get someone else. That's something that women have to understand. Even though he's ugly, there's a reason why he got you. Not because he's ugly, right? He had other factors to him that also get you. Women think that, okay, I'm just going to go straight for an ugly man. You don't pick just any random ugly man out there, right? He has to have other qualities with him that you've gone for, right? Not just because he's ugly. I don't know, usually what, he's charming, or usually that he loves bomb you. He like do that, like he tries really hard. And to be honest, I always think that men that go overboard with trying to romance you, it's a little bit, particularly in the beginning, and that's how a lot of women fall, right? And women say too, when men go too far, right? Too much. I gotta open the door for her. I gotta do every little thing for her just to, really get her. He's trying too much, and in my honest opinion, it's fake. Because I've said this before, right? I will love and spoil a woman I'm with, but I will keep it consistent. I will not go overboard because honestly, I've said this before too. If you are going to create a princess at the very beginning, you better be able to sustain that princess treatment throughout. And I've said this before, I will never do it like that, right? And I've been burnt by something like that, right? I thought that, okay, I'm going to treat this woman, I'm going to spoil this woman like crazy. Man, it's hard to continue that spoiling. So I've learned that, I'm just going to be consistent. Right? I'm going to treat a woman that I'm with as to the best of my abilities, right? I'm going to spoil her, love her, and stuff like that. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going to go crazy. And that's something that a lot of women seem to not understand. You should want a man that doesn't go overboard and crazy, love bombing. Because honestly, most men cannot sustain that throughout.
Guys, post your ex in the comments. Number one, what is he gonna do? Number two, I've fucked on some lames. I have. I'll be the first to admit it, but I want to see if y'all have too. So make me feel better about.
Here's this one that this is her thing. Here's the one that she's talking about.
Guys, post your ex in the comments. Number one, what is he gonna do? Number two, I've fucked on some lames. I have. I'll be the first to admit it, but I want to see if y'all have too. So make me feel better about myself because I love y'all. Bye. Guys.
I mean, to be honest, they're not really what I consider different matches. Yeah, the man ain't good looking, but you kind of fit, and the whole pride. I mean, you can't see it, right? You think you're attracting? Seriously. Here's this one. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, come on. You are literally attracting. I kind of feel like you want to hurt said men, but you're literally attracting your same value. I mean, like, these are men at your own level, right? These are men at your level. Hmm. Let's see. I want to see the. Uh, I guess she's okay. Actually, you know what? No, I mean like, could you be surprised she attract the other guy? She's like, this is the thing where I just think it's funny that these women are trying to post, you know, these the type of men they've dated, but honestly, these women are not that. A lot of these women are average at best. Okay, you see that man. Now, this one is like pretty decent looking. Yeah, this one is pretty cute. So, I mean, I don't know. Okay, maybe that one is a difference. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is with these women.
Manipulation is not as bad as y'all think. When I run into a lustful loser who only sees me as someone he wants to sleep with, he doesn't see me as a human being, then yes, I am immediately going to manipulate this man. If you think there's half a chance you're going to sleep with me, you don't even know the amount of tasks I am about to give you. And if that makes you not want to sleep with me anymore, mission accomplished. Where manipulation comes into play is you just have to make them think that it's their idea, which isn't hard. Men think everything is their idea. I mean, think about when you're at the bar. This man's buying your drinks because he thinks he's got a shot, right? So if you have an electrical problem, a plumbing problem, if you want something hung on your wall, if you want food, if you want money, like, he thinks he's going to sleep with you. Why not use that to your advantage? Don't be a lustful loser if you don't want to be taken advantage of. Even if they think they have a shot of sleeping with you, but especially if they have slept with you, make them work for it. What are we not understanding about that? That's like the tale as old as time. Step up. I love y'all. Goodbye.
It's always the hypocrisy. Yo, she's bigger than them. What? It's kind of the hypocrisy, right? Why do you keep going back to your own? No, it's a bunch of her videos, right? I said this before. I'm showing all of her. This woman is like her. She built her platform on hating men, on giving like shitty advice to women. While if you've seen her first video, it's just pretty much her crying about, why can't she get a man, right? Well, you talk about men manipulating women, then now you talk about women should manipulate men. It's the insanity, right? It's the hypocrisy for me.
Women who allow themselves to be treated shitty by men just do not understand how pretty they are. How many men they can actually pull. Right, let's red pill flip this shit really quick. Women are and continue to be the prize because of who we are. They need us to start a family. Adoption aside, if they want a family, they need us. Most of them think of us as homemakers. Now, I can't fight with that. A man could never, ever, ever make a house a home the way a woman can. But that's because they've subjected us to that specific niche for centuries. Not the point. Anyway, if you think you can't do better, I challenge you to get up on Tinder.com and just see how much better you actually can do. Because I promise you, it's better than you think. Men have gotten away with what they've gotten away with for so long because they convince and gaslight women that they are not the prize, that they are not what men want. Liar, loser, ugly. That's how I feel about men. So when you start treating them accordingly, because what they will have you believe is they have options, and I promise you they don't. Especially if they throw that in your face. I know good and well you don't have fucking options. Your value has appreciated. Promise. His has depreciated. So let's reality check ourselves quickly. I love y'all.
You literally didn't reality check yourself. To say that men need women for family, that, yeah, women as well. Women need men for a family. What woman is creating a family without a man? at all, right? Without a man in that process. Even going to the sperm bank, you needed a man to do that for you to actually get a child. So no, there's no way a woman can have any sorts of children without a man. This is the thing where I said this before, okay? I mean, in conventional term, are women the prize? Yes, because it's men are foolish, right? Men desire women. It's usually dozens of men to one woman. So when women are highly desired by many men, of course she's the prize. But again, that's not the thing. Women have changed that perspective when women are constantly desiring one man. Multiple women are desiring one man. The 6-figure man, the 6 feet man, 6-inch man, the 6-pack man. It's like top tier men. That is the problem. DA, you notice the mid to the below average women are the loudest ones who complain, but the 7, 8s, 9s, or 10s never say, or the 10s never say anything like this. Have you noticed this? This is the thing. This is a woman that can only get situationships from the men she wants. This is a woman that can only get situationships from the men she wants. No surprise you can feel the hate, right? When your dating life sucks, yeah, no duh, you're an incel, right? I said this before, and I always like to repeat it, because I saw this a comment before. If women were men, many of them would be incels. Many of them would be incels. Laughing Man says, that's why I say passport or pick your poison. Facts. Exactly. You know what? This is the thing where this is why I show videos like this. This is what's on the dating market. This is what's on the dating market. Bitter women like this. Miserable women like this. Delusional, hypocritical, insane women like this.
Men are literally so easy, and you guys act like they're not. You guys put them up on this pedestal as if they're not the easiest thing to get. It is harder to buy cigarettes in the US than it is to get a man. I can't guarantee you he's a good one. No, I never said that. What I said was, to get a man is easier than to get a pack of cigarettes. Cigarettes actually have more warning on them. They say this causes cancer. Men just are out there. The only time you can really tell if they're shitty or not is if they have a mustache. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's true. But if they're ugly 9 times out of 10, they'll do you dirty. Did you not see that fucking video that I posted? Did you not see the comment section of that fucking video that I posted? So let's chill on this. I can't find him.
If they're ugly, they'll do you dirty. So if they're good looking, they won't do you dirty? This is why women make 0 sense. They sound like idiots.
Yes, you can. He might not be a good man, but you are capable of finding a man. And if that's what you're basing your worth on, we need to do a whole lot more work. Because, ew. You mean nothing to the value of a man, so why the hell would he mean anything to your value? Stupid and patriarchal.
Every single, it's like always constantly patriarch. And then you're surprised that a woman like this will not attract quality men. You're surprised. This woman is crying, right? Crying in her car that I'm a lover girl, but I can't get a man. Really? How about look in a fucking mirror? And it's not even because of your looks. It's because you are ugly inside and out. That's the thing. You are ugly inside and out. And you are insanely ugly inside. Okay? You are probably a little bit below average outside, but you are definitely insanely a 0 inside. Well, maybe a 1, right? I think you're not wishing death on men, but you're definitely insanely ugly on the inside.
A lot of people are asking how to manipulate him. Y'all want notes? I get it. As previously stated, I love a hot and cold. I be into him a whole bunch one day, and then I won't answer any text for a whole other day. This one only works if you know he likes you, but you just pretend to be mad at him. I've heard a lot of people say the vasopressin chemical in the brain When men are stressed out, they fall in love. So just make him like you a little bit and then stress him a little bit. It's a good balance. You gotta find it. How do you stress him? You pretend you're mad at him. You fucking go hot and cold. With my situationship, sometimes I would pretend I was on the phone, and then when I would like, hee 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 ha ha ha. And then when I would get off, he'd be like, who's that? And I'd be like, oh, that was just Greg. I don't give a damn. One time my situationship referred to my guy friend as my other boyfriend, and I said, don't use the word other because you're not my boyfriend. Deep somewhere in them, they love a chase. If he likes you, he loves a chase. That's why men cheat on their husbands, because once they get the prize, then they're like, well, what the fuck do I do with this? Men love a puzzle. They love to figure something out. Keep him guessing. Okay? That's all.
Alvi, what's up, my brother? What's up? I missed you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. All right? I hope you're doing well. The hypocrisy. Saying that men manipulate. And then say, how are you going to manipulate men? How can you manipulate men? Does this sound like a lover girl to you? Are lover girls out here saying, oh, this is how you should manipulate men? Alvi, I love it. I love it. On that grind, on the journey to being the best version of yourself. Mad support. I love it. I love that shit right there. Right? Mad respect. I respect the grind. I hope this is a thing where I have some, viewers that, come back and forth from time to time. No hate. I love it, right? Because I promote my brothers to be on that grind. Be on that grind to being the best version of yourself. Okay? I'm perfectly happy that you guys are trying to achieve better. Whether you guys view my stuff once in a blue moon, I'm all good. I love it. Apparently that's what they do some way or form. That's the thing. That's why these women, again, and then these women have the audacity to cry in their car that, you know what, I'm a lover girl, but I can't get a man. No fucking duh. I was like, I'm a lover girl, but I don't want men that hurt me. That's who you're only going to attract. You are poisonous. You are poisonous. Buster, what's up, my brother? What is up?
The ugliest of men are cheating and on women. And if that is not apparent to you after the video I made asking y'all to comment,
love the badge. Love the badge.
And then women are telling other women what he did to her. And the ugliest of them, I mean the depths of hell, ugliest of these men are cheating on beautiful women. I think it's time we be as shallow, if not more shallow than them. Because it's very clear to me that women are not dating for looks. It's unfortunate, but it's very clear to me. What do you mean that man who looks like he chews on rocks cheated on you with 8+ women? What are you talking about right now? What do you mean your baby dad? What do you mean you have a child with him? Somebody said he ruined my life, but he gave me a beautiful baby. I said, he ruined my day. Why? What? What do you mean you were laid up giving birth and he was at some other woman's house? Be shallow, okay? Manipulate and fucking confuse men. Uno reverse their bitch asses, because if you go scrolling for even 3 seconds in that comment section, you will understand why I say the things that I say. I love y'all. Good night.
This is the stupidity of women. I'm sorry. This is the stupidity of women. So instead of saying that, date a man on character, personality, values, principles, no. Date a man based on how attractive he is. If he's extremely attractive or not attractive at all. That is your bar, right? That is either he's ugly or attractive. That is what you go on. This is why I find women absolutely shitty at this thing, right? And then women continuously, right, make mistakes. Women don't improve. Women do not do better. She doesn't know what she's talking about, because here's a woman that only goes for situationships. She can only get situationships from the men she wants. That is it.
the ugliest of men are cheating and on women. And if that is not apparent to you after the video I made asking y'all to comment pictures of your exes, and then women are telling other women what he did to her, and the ugliest of them, I mean the depths of hell, ugliest of these men are cheating on beautiful women. I think it's
On beautiful women. On beautiful women. Okay. Really? I don't really think that's a beautiful woman. Let's play this game. Beautiful women, huh? I mean, let's see. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Yeah, really beautiful right there. Let's play this game. I mean, I'm not saying all of them are, but I mean, beautiful. I don't know. Yeah. 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 Beautiful. Yeah. I'm not gonna say these women are ugly. I'm gonna say they're average. They're 4 or 5, like average. Like this is the thing. They're average at best. A 3, Alvy. I love it. I love it. I love that you're ranking. Let's see. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty ugly man. Nah, but it's like, come on. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, the man is. This guy's a 4, right? This guy's a 4. We're not doing that. I mean, you could. I love it. I love that you're doing it. She's maybe a 5. So okay, you're not really. And this is the thing, right? I want to point out the skewed view of women. You said these women are beautiful, and you say these men are ugly. But when you actually look, they're dating men pretty much at their same level. These women are dating men pretty much at their same level. I mean, I think I've only seen like one that are drastically different. No, I can't really see that well. That's not a good one. Because I'm trying to see like what's the drastic difference. I mean, these women are dating men relatively their own level. I agree. Buster said it, right? Women can mate up, but they can't date up. Exactly, right? These are the men that will commit to these women. Commit, right? Even though these men are eventually become unfaithful, but these are the men that women would settle for, right? Because the Chads, the Tyrones, the Pookies won't settle down with them. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, like I said. Instead, you still choose because you think, oh my God, I'm gonna settle for an ugly man because he will settle down. But you're insane to think that you judge that man based on his attraction level. To think that, oh, if I date a 4, if I date a 3, they're definitely gonna be loyal to me. How about fucking stop picking men based on superficial traits? How about know his values, his principles, his moralities? No, that's too much, right? That's too crazy. That's why women like this is just absolutely idiotic.
Can we be as shallow, if not more shallow than them? Because it's very clear to me that women are not dating for looks. It's unfortunate, but it's very clear to me. What do you mean that man who looks like he chews on rocks cheated on you with 8+ women. What are you talking about right now? What do you mean your baby dad? What do you mean you...
Okay. She called this man ugly short man. In all honesty, she's like really. This is this is the thing with so many women. I mean, like, okay, this guy is an ugly short man, right? She said, I thought I'd give a ugly short guy a chance, and he was abusive. This is the stupidity of women, right? You base, like, you think about this, right? If you thought, like, oh, this man is short and ugly, you think you're gonna like, I don't understand this, right? If I come out to the dating market, oh my God, oh, I'm gonna give this fat, ugly woman a chance. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna, not receive my karma. I'm definitely not gonna receive my karma. I'm definitely, I'm in the right mindset in dating this person. I'm going to give an ugly, fat woman a chance, and I wouldn't be surprised that this woman would treat me terrible. Is she cute? No, this is that woman. Right? I mean, what do you think? You think she's cute? I don't really think so. Social media has empowered unattractive people. Oh, this one, she looks fat. So it's like, this is a thing where it's that mindset. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? Never mind. That's the thing.
You have a child with him. Somebody said he ruined my life, but he gave me a beautiful baby. I said, he ruined my day. Why? What? What do you mean you were laid up giving birth and he was at some other woman's
big bars, whiskey? What's up, my brothers?
House. Be shallow. Okay, manipulate and
be shallow. Being shallow, right, was the problem before, right? Being shallow, judging a man based on his look, even though you picked a man based on how ugly he is, right? Because I guarantee you, none of these women picked a man based on if he was a good man or not. You didn't, right? You didn't pick him based on if he was a good man or not. You didn't pick him based on if he showed his values, his moralities, his principles. You didn't pick a man based on that shit, right? You didn't. You thought, oh, let me give an ugly man a chance. That's it. That's what you thought. Let me give an ugly man a chance. And then here's this miserable ass bitch say, be shallow. Great. Great advice to women. Be shallow and manipulate men. Awesome. You're gonna, girl, you're gonna go do it, right? You are gonna have success when you're being shallow and manipulating men. What success is that gonna bring? You're gonna be baby daddies to good looking men? I mean, you're gonna be baby mamas to good looking men? That's great, right? You're gonna be baby mamas to good looking men. Yeah, that is the advice you want to take from stupid ass women. Amazing shit right there.
And fucking confuse men. Uno reverse their bitch asses, because if you go scrolling for even 3 seconds in that comment section, you will understand why I say the things that I say.
Those women are dating men of almost equal attraction level. Those women didn't choose men based on his moralities, his principles, his values, right? They didn't choose those men based on that shit. They didn't. They choose these men probably based on how he love bombed her, how she was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna give this ugly man a chance. Right? He probably love bombed her. He probably, treated her special, right? Manipulated her instead of showing his values.
An angry man in my house? Are you out of your goddamn mind? What do you mean I spill something on the counter and you start screaming? Hey, you're not gonna wake up tomorrow. You're not. And I don't give a damn about my digital footprint this, digital footprint my asshole. Y'all can take my thumbprint, you can take my eye color and my blood type. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. An angry man in my house, you have lost brain cells I'm not sure will ever grow back. Do they grow back? Your IQ is at a solid room temp. Freezing, maybe. An angry man in my house.
I was thinking, imagine a man saying the things that this miserable woman is saying. You would call them misogynist.
You are not friends with men, and I'll tell you why. Men constantly have an ulterior motive. Because of the way the patriarchy is set up, they don't necessarily view women as people to be friends with. They are constantly objectifying and looking at women as if, can I date her? Can I sleep with her? Is she the one I want to marry? Those are 3 categories you go into. Taylor Swift said it. She said the only kind of girl they see is a one night or a wife. When in fact, you are not what you are to men. Okay, you are not what men see.
What will women see? It's like what will women see, right? And literally in this thing, she says, be shallow, manipulate men. All she has is situationships. Are you better than the men you complain about? Are you no different than the fucking men you complain about? It seems like you're no different.
See in you. You are a woman. You are the creator of life. You have your own hobbies. You have your own goals. You have things you want to do.
You are the incubator of life.
But in the male brain, they are thinking, who is this girl to me, right? And that's the difference between men and women. Women are not always looking at men like, who can he be for me? Which then, in women, creates empathy, sympathy, and all these other kinds of...
What? You're not always looking at men at what he can be for you. You, in your videos, you literally said to do that, right? In your videos, you literally said to do that, right? I have video proof of literally showing you, right? So this bitch showing her hypocrisy. No, women do, choose men on what he can do for her. This is why women are so stupid.
The feelings that men don't necessarily have towards women. I've said it before.
What empathy and sympathy women have towards men? I've shown you, I made you suffer through multiple videos of this woman. And I've only shown you the tip of the iceberg. Only shown you the tip of the iceberg. This miserable woman, that's all her content. What empathy, sympathy do you show for men? None. What empathy and sympathy do any woman show for men?
If you are ugly, men will not do a fucking thing for you because they do not feel empathy. Actually,
one, if men are ugly or if men are broke, what would you do? It's like, seriously, this is why I do these videos, right? This is why I do these videos, because I want to show you that women are no better than men. Sometimes women are just as worse as the men they complain about. Women are just as worse as the men they complain about.
empathy for men will kill you. So, just some food for thought. Love you, bye.
What do you guys think? I mean, you guys make your own judgment, right? I made you suffer through it, right? With a good helping of miserable videos from this woman, right? So you judge for yourself. Disgusting. She's not. That's why she only gets situationships. That is why this miserable ass woman only gets situationships from men. That is it. Let's see. Buster. Tell me the evidence. I would love to know. Real Rain, what's up? What's up? According to Kesh's wife, it seems they prefer situationships. They do. They do. All right, chat GBT, okay? I would, Buster, I would love to know the evidence, right? I figured, I'll use chat GBT to ask, right? Do men feel empathy? Yes, men absolutely feel empathy. But there are a few important nuances that explain why people think men might be less empathetic. One, men and women both feel empathy biologically and emotionally. Every major psychological and neuroscience study shows that men have full emotional capacity for empathy. Men's brains activate in the same core empathy regions as women. There's no biological evidence that men lack empathy. The expression of empathy can be different, right? Such research suggests men and women, on average, show empathy differently. This is why I hate this. I'm sorry, Buster, but this is why I hate that the shit that some certain people, right? In my opinion, I'm not necessarily talking about you, Buster, but certain stupid people make stupid arguments. Men and women, right? They're the same in a lot of ways, but they're different in many ways. It's more nuanced than what I posted, but there's some really basic concepts at play. It doesn't need to be biological empathy in a concept, not a chemical. But here's the thing. Men and women, right, show empathy differently. Men and women communicate differently. Men and women are emotionally different, right? Emotionally intelligent in different ways. Right? So to say that men don't show empathy is dishonest, in my opinion. And I hate that shit, right? I hate the things that certain people want to do. And again, I'm not saying Buster, I'm not saying you're doing it, but I hate it when certain people want to paint men a certain way to show you that, oh, men are not this, men are not that. But no, men are. It's just that, like, a lot of times women say men are not emotionally intelligent. Men are emotionally intelligent. They're just not you, right? They're just not women. That's the fucking thing that a lot of women, a lot of people seem to not grasp. Being emotionally intelligent doesn't mean that you have to be a woman to be it, right? You don't have to express emotions like a woman to be emotionally intelligent. You don't have to express empathy like a woman to be empathetic. That is stupid. That is idiotic in my opinion. It's the same reason why women needs to care about the needs of a child. A man needs to be able to leave his friend behind. I don't know if I will. I don't know what that means, right? I don't think so, because men have saved a lot of people. Men have died on battlefields to save people. So I don't understand that. Right? Men have risked their lives to save others. So, and I don't believe a man needs to be able to leave his friend behind. I don't necessarily think that. Well, to leave it, I mean, like, I here's the thing. Well, I think you're misconstruing. It may be he has to be able to risk management, right? I think you kind of misconstruing. A man needs to be able to risk manage, right? So should I leave my friend behind to save, like, let's say, finish the mission, or save a town full of people? Risk management. What makes sense, right? That's what. Yes, a man needs to do that, right? Or should I leave my injured friend behind so I can, I don't know, save this? But that's, that's something that, it's it's something that a man has to do, right? So I think it's kind of different, right? It's a nuance. Yes, because sometimes your survival depends on leaving your friend behind, just like a baby's survival depends on a woman to feel what the baby feels. I don't even know I don't know if a woman feels what the baby feels, but a woman does have an attachment to her child. I agree. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I'm not. I'm just. I know you're not saying that men can't feel empathy. I'm just saying certain people who think like that, right? That men can't feel empathy. That's a bunch of bullshit. All right, I want to do a video of this, right? I did a little while back, right? A video on the DoorDash girl that entered a man's home, right? Or enter a man's doorstep. The door was wide open, and she recorded him nude, right? She recorded him nude, right? I did a video on that. So I wanted to do, there's some updates to it. So I wanted to do I guess, check out a reaction of an update of it. Asmon Gold. I've gone to like this guy a lot, right? I've gone to like this guy a lot.
Girl has been arrested on 2 felony charges after recording a man passed out with his pants down in his home and posting it on TikTok during a food delivery. She is being charged with unlawful surveillance and dissemination of surveillance images.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why.
You lost your job, and now now you got arrested on 2 charges. Gotcha, bitch.
They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation.
Also, by the way, if you go into somebody's house and you record them without clothes on, even if somebody, like, let's say you see, let me think about it like this, right? Let's say there's somebody who's, they're walking around in their house in their underwear, and you record them.
Instinctual level. I'm not talking about like society in 2025. Sure, a man could be empathetic, but it's just like more than nature of a man to prioritize empathy over lower than. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I think that's here's the thing. Like I said, I think there's empathy in a different way. Okay, let's say, I mean, it's hypothetical, right? Men prioritize, right? What's more important, okay? So empathy, let's hypothetically, right? You said leave a friend behind. Well, in maybe a possible situation where in a battlefield, he leave his friends behind. Instead of being empathetic towards his friend, maybe it's like finishing a mission, right? A mission that will save hundreds, thousands of people, right? It's empathetic, right? It's still empathy in a way, right? Where you have that emotion where I got to finish this mission so I can save hundreds of thousands of people. So it's a different, we express empathy in a different way, but it goes along with men's trying to be, it's like the battling, right? Battling of men where empathy and logic, right? It's logical to try to finish the mission, to save hundreds of thousands of people, or it's more emotional, more focused on empathy at that moment to save a friend. So yeah, I mean, men experience different things, right?
Outside of their house, and then you publish that video on the internet. That is, I don't know if it's anything illegal, but it's fucking weird. It's extremely fucking weird.
Big bars, I agree. If men acted like women, civilization would have collapsed. I do agree. This is why I believe men are empathetic, but men are also logical, right? So empathetic is you are in your emotions completely. Men can be and are empathetic, but at the same time, men have to be logical. Men have to push empathy down if it doesn't make sense, if it's not for the greater good or whatever, for whatever reason, right? If it doesn't make logical sense where, okay, again, I can save my friend, which is very empathetic feeling, right? It's in your emotions, or logically, I should be finishing the mission so I can save hundreds of thousands of people. You know, that's the way it is.
Weird. It's massively fucking weird. Total invasion of privacy. Absolutely, in my opinion, totally wrong to do. Should not be doing this. Not good.
Providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't.
They didn't provide you a link to an appeal? Oh no! This is the mind of a Karen, by the way. More obsessed with...
Real Rain, I agree. If women are more empathetic, why do they show no emotion towards incels? Here's the thing also, right? I really... Is it truly empathetic, right? Is it truly empathy when women don't show it towards men, but they show it towards women and children? Is it really? It's selective empathy. Is it true empathy when it's selective? When you cannot show empathy towards men, but hey, you have empathy towards women and children. Then it's biased empathy, right? Selective empathy. And I don't really think in my personal opinion, I don't think that's true empathy. Controversially, agree or not, I believe men are more empathetic. Men are more empathetic, okay? Men show empathy towards women, children, and other men. Now, I'm not saying it's more than the other, right? Men show more empathy to men, or men show more empathy to women, or men show more empathy to children. But in my opinion, on average, men are more consistent. Men can spread that empathy to whoever, right? It's not like, I think women are more biased. Women in general don't show empathy towards men. They don't. I believe men in general show empathy to everyone, right? Men show empathy to everyone in general. Compassion, not empathy. Interesting. I love that, Big Bars.
The process of doing things than the purpose of doing things. This is a Karen's mind in action. I want you to see it right here for yourself. The mind of a Karen at work.
The mind of a Karen.
So I contacted support, and they made me sit up.
A bureaucratic mindset. This is the reason why they have to fire 80% of people from these companies and nothing changes. It's because of people like her.
On the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why.
Yeah. Too bad, bitch.
So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account.
Yeah.
I was working. I was literally working.
Not anymore. You got fired.
And they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing.
You can see that she's very obviously trying to play this up as it's this, oh, well, I'm this put upon girl. They're trying to suppress my sexual assault. You weren't sexually assaulted. Nobody even touched you. But you could say it's sexual harassment. It's not the same thing. Like, you just saw the video. And so you can see what she's doing. She's positioning herself so she can be the victim, so she can claim the moral and emotional upper hand. I am so, like, at the beginning, I was like, I don't know if I really agree with this, right? And after, I never watched this video because who cares? But now I'm watching it. Thank God this stupid, annoying bitch is in jail. Thank God. This is beautiful. What a great day for me. They are literally putting the Karens in jail. I used to pray for times like this.
They just fired me.
Gotcha, bitch.
And the police are doing nothing.
You're not complaining anymore, are you? Now the police did do something about it. You should be happy.
I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills. 3 days ago, October.
Yep, too bad. Well, now you're not going to have any bills because you might go to jail.
October 12, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get...
Yeah, they keep silencing and you taking your videos down because you're distributing basically pornographic images of a person without their consent while you recorded them inside of their home. Did a person consent to having that happen? They're in their own house. The guy should sue her. That's what he should do. He should sue her for doing this.
One more strike, you guys. I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned.
I wouldn't worry about your account anymore.
So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid...
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the account.
So on October 12, 2025, the DoorDash customer...
So this girl's really in it for the love of the game. Like, she really wants this attention. Like, how many videos is she going to make about this?
Customer requested that their order be left at their front door.
They requested that their order be left at their front door. Okay.
Arrived at their front door was wide open, Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles.
And so, just so I can understand, the Ring camera showed that she opened the door. Is that true? Is there a video of the Ring camera showing that she opened the door?
No, I mean, like I've heard mixed results, right? That she had a video that she opened the door, but either she deleted it or there was never that video. But still, right? I mean, out of her own mouth, she said this man was sleeping. Out of her own mouth, she said this man was sleeping. She recorded this man sleeping when he was naked and asleep. I mean, what I've heard is that this man was drunk, right? He said after he went to the bars, he got home, you know, fell asleep, got naked, fell asleep on his couch. Wake up and found his door wide open and food on his floor, food on his porch. It happens, right? I mean, like it's not crazy. He was drunk, and he ordered food right when drunk. It happens.
I think that says a lot. To be a girl and to get charged twice, that's hard to do. You had to have done something wrong. Women get massively treated way better by the justice system than men do. It's not even...
That's what I heard, Alvy. I heard that too, right? I heard that she originally, I mean, again, this is what I heard. Her original video was her pushing the door open, right? Seeing the door cracked open, her pushing the door open and recording. Now, that's only what I heard. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, right? But her newer video or whatever was there's no pushing the door open. It was just now it was already open. So could be where she cut, her opening the door. That could happen.
Remotely close. You want to talk about a privilege? That's a privilege.
And they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes.
I'm pretty sure. I wonder why.
But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem...
That's smart. That's what I do. Yep. Just get rid of them.
Unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days.
Yeah.
They didn't even provide me a reason for my
No, why would they?
They're supposed to send an email. They didn't.
They don't have to.
So I contacted
They have to do
support,
anything.
and they told me to continue with my...
You see, bureaucratic Karens. This is a bureaucratic bad faith Karen in action, weaponizing systems and different types of bureaucracy and other types of oversight committees and types of cooperation. This is how a Karen insulates itself inside of modern society. Is it creates infinite concentric circles of bureaucracy to protect itself from bad actions.
Appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did, and within 12 hours afterward they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back.
Yep, that's right. You're not.
Me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing...
That's right.
You exposed him. You literally exposed him. It's like they were proper shit, and that you expose him to the public. This is a thing where I said this in a video when I did this thing, right? Imagine a man, okay? Walked up to an open window, a window that you could see straight through, right? He recorded a woman naked through that window. It's an open window, basically an open door, right? In my opinion, it's basically an open door, right? That window is clearly, you can see through that window. You can clearly see through that window, right? No, there's no curtains or any shit in that. If a man walked up to that open window, sees a naked woman in it, and start recording, and then posting said recording. You think anyone would go for that? No, right? No one would, particularly if roles were reversed. Roles were reversed. I mean, some people say, oh, you know, it was an order when, but like, if the thing, I mean, like, again, if I was walking to a house and the door was wide open, you don't think I would think that's suspicious already? Why the fuck would I go to the door? Why would I go up to the door? I would think that's suspicious. Right? I would think that's, yo, that's something wrong, right? I would like call Uber or DoorDash and it's like, yo, the door is wide open, right? That is very suspicious, right? So really, where's the logic in that? Why would I go all the way up to the door?
They punished you. They did.
For exposing my story time.
And you can see again, you know, you see the shift.
Buster, I don't agree with that, right? I've watched plenty of fighting. I don't know, Whiskey. Men typically haven't had empathy for their combatants. I've seen majority of fights I've seen, right? Prize fighting, okay? Men do. Right? Now, if you're saying that in the streets brawling, usually, again, when there's emotions in it, there's no empathy for nobody, right? Nobody has empathy when they're riled up in emotions. So I think that's kind of different.
Of this, right? Where she's clearly trying to lean on this idea of being sexually assaulted.
Yeah, but again, I've seen women fight. I literally seen women fight. No empathy whatsoever, right? It's not like after a woman's fight, oh, she's like hugging that woman and like, you know, trying to help her up. No. So there's no difference. There's really no difference between a man's fight and a woman's fight. There's really no difference. So it's not like, oh, a woman is after a street fight with a woman, she's like loving that woman, right? She's showing mad respect to a woman. No, she's not. No empathy in war. I mean, like, there's nothing, seriously. Again, women are, again, it's like, I think it's a mute argument. Women are not more empathetic than men, right? You can't really, they're different, right? Different empathy. They're not more.
So she can use this as
because
like,
here's this, right? Here's this scenario, right? I literally told you the scenario, right? If we would flip this scenario, if we had flipped this scenario, that this woman happened, right? She received so much empathy from women. Oh, it's like, that man harassed you. That man, you know, whatever, right? He was asleep, but you know, he sexually harassed you. Really? Would you say the same thing if it happened to a man? You wouldn't. Women would not say the same thing. Women would not say the same thing if this happened to a man. So really, no, it's very selective empathy. So I don't say women are more empathetic than men. I mean, I just say they're different.
Emotional blackmail to make everybody listen to her and do what she wants. Basically, that's it.
I do agree. Compassion is different than empathy because it's not easy to put yourself in someone else's shoes. It is not easy to put yourself in someone else's shoes, right? It's not. So I definitely agree. We are using the word too much because honestly, it's very hard to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Using leading language? Yeah, it's what she's doing. Does she believe this? Probably not, no.
It's the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police and the police are doing nothing.
Police are doing something now.
Wow. How about that? They're not doing a thing.
So, hey guys, it's been a minute. A whole 24 hours, I know.
Yeah.
But I have an update as of October 16th.
Holy shit.
But first and
how many
foremost,
videos are there of this?
Everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's really
allyship.
So
oh my god.
and seen and heard, and that's really helping me through this.
There are so many toxic like everybody talks about like the Andrew Tate toxic male communities. This is the female equivalent to that, by the way. This is it right here. You're seeing it. It's a bunch of dishonest, disingenuous, obnoxious, stupid women that get together, that hate men, that are liars, that try to manipulate situations, emotionally blackmail everybody, and put themselves in the position where they get to tell everybody else what to do. This is the exact thing. Like, you want to talk about toxic male behavior, that's fine.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, milk until she gets a Lifetime movie. Red Door, my sister, what's up? What's up?
I think there is some of that. This is toxic female behavior. This is it right here. And now we have the Karens going to jail. Oh my God!
Time, so
I am so happy
to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update is, last night I was made aware.
If a guy does to a woman, would he be looking at 4 years in jail? I mean, I think it really probably depends.
A bunch of people started commenting on my pages that DoorDash made a public statement about
DoorDash
me
did?
on their TikTok story.
Did they say anything?
And on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details.
No, she's trying to sue them.
But what I am going to say is I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't.
You think that they had to tell you? You really think that they had to tell you that recording a customer naked and then posting it on the internet would cause you to lose your job? You had to have them tell you that?
Didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting
Really?
This right now. The people that saw their public statements and made me aware that they made those public statements knew why I lost my job before I did. Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me.
I love how she thinks that she matters. You're a DoorDash driver. If you died tomorrow, they wouldn't even do it. They wouldn't even know about it. They would just be like, oh, wow, this account's inactive. Let's delete it out of the system. They don't care about you. Wait, what do you mean? Like, she's acting like this is like some kind of, like they owe her something. What do you mean?
The deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements, like literally within the same hour. So they sent me my deactivation email.
I didn't even know any of this.
Reason for being deactivated.
I can't believe I missed this.
A whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I.
They should ban her TikTok account.
And about 12 hours after
they should, because if she got charged, that means that she committed a crime by disseminating that information on the website, and they should have to ban the account because you don't want to have people that are committing crimes by using the website. Yeah, they should ban her. Yeah, perm ban her.
Denied my appeal. They finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me.
Yeah, what did they say?
So I and the rest of the world, we all found out why I lost my job.
We all? Who's we? Nobody cares.
That's the update.
Well, here's a new one. You're getting arrested. You got arrested for 2 felonies. I cannot wait. I don't, I mean, like, courts are like so, it's so blatantly biased for courts. But at the same time, I do think that, like, I do think there's a chance that this person could actually end up going to jail. And this will ruin her life, by the way. This will 100% ruin her life. This is amazing. I used to pray for times like this. And I'm going to explain why, because some people might be like, oh, why are you happy about this? This is the person that lost their job, everything. I think this is such a great and amazing thing. And I'll explain the reasons why. Number one, you're recording a person without their consent in their own home. If the door was closed and you recorded them through the window, it would be problematic also. So you're also distributing this. You're basically creating pornographic material of a person without their consent and publishing it on the internet publicly. And then at the same time, you're weaponizing things like being sexually assaulted by having to see a fat guy laying on a sofa with.
And you know, my main big gripe with this thing, right? I guess is the fake empathy, because here's the thing: this woman, right, used empathy to her advantage. This woman used empathy to her advantage because she made herself out to be a victim, right? When women make themselves out to be a victim, all women, right, or a majority of women will come to your crusade. All women or a majority of women will jump on board. If a woman believes or puts out that she's a victim, they will all jump on, right? And that is literally manipulate women's empathy. It manipulated women's empathy to say that, oh, I walk towards an open door, saw men naked in it. I've been sexually harassed. Yeah, okay. But because of those words, being sexual harassed, I'm a victim, the world is against me, women will jump on board, will feel empathy for it. Yeah. I think that's manipulation. I hope he does. I hope he does do something, right? Because this woman, if she posts his address, that's what I heard, right? She posts his address as well. Shameful.
Pants down after allegedly you opened the door. You're intentionally and she's zooming in on him. You're zooming in on this guy. So you didn't send this to the police. You didn't go to the police about this. You went to TikTok. Right.
She did get a lot of empathy from women. That's for sure. But it's like I honestly believe it's manipulating women's their biased empathy. Okay? Their biased empathy. A man did something wrong towards a woman, right? Harassment in it, sexual harassment in it. I'm a victim. Yeah, it literally, it's shaping a victim narrative. It's literally, I don't know, trying to manipulate women's empathy.
Why didn't you send that to them? It's not alleged. Well, as far as I know, it is. But yeah, there it is. Breaking and entering. Well, we don't know about that or not. And what is this here? The onboard video has nothing in it. The guy's covered. It shows the side of his thigh. Female clothing can be more revealing in the way this guy is in the video. Well, anyway, and then she goes and then she acts like, oh, wow, well, they need to solve this problem for me because I'm so important. You're a fucking DoorDash driver. Do you think?
That's what I heard, Red Door. I heard that she was trying to go, like she went viral with it.
Think that you matter? You're expendable. You're completely expendable. And so anyway, this is what happens. So yeah, our argument is that she walked into a private space where a person's naked and she didn't like that, doing private things in her private place? Yeah, exactly. Do you think the police know 100% that someone is a criminal and who should be in jail? They saw somebody rob a bank, they don't know it? Well, I don't know about this. I have no idea. I don't think she robbed the bank. I don't think they know for sure. But this is a amazing thing. We need to put more Karens in jail. This is what I want to see more of every single fucking day.
I wouldn't mind it. Yes, I agree. Red Rain, I agree. This just kind of proving attention is modern women's favorite currency. I definitely agree. This is why women would fall for clout, right? Women will fall for clout. So. Was there none? There was no empathy in a Roman legion. You don't think, in my opinion, right? Again, I've never been in war. But I would think, in my personal opinion, what I've seen, right? Whiskey, maybe you can attend to this. But when it comes to a brotherhood, right? Like an army, a battalion, whatever, a brotherhood. I think these brothers have empathy towards each other, right? The strong bond. So I don't know. That's what I would think. I've seen the strong bond. At least I've seen, right? I've never experienced. So, like let's say like a football team, right? A football team or a whatever, right? A sports team, right? When you are a group of men together doing something, a battle, a sport, whatever. I think that's that bond, right? That bond essentially, it's essentially empathy. You understand how the person is feeling. You're there with them, right? You're there with them on the battlefield. So I don't know. I think it's different. But I don't know. Okay, let's do some interesting videos. All right, let's react to some. I've not seen this video, so I don't know. I've not seen this video, so I don't really know. And again, I said this before. I don't believe men or women are more or less emotional than each other. Again, I go back to what I said. Men and women express emotion differently. That, in my opinion, that ends the debate. All right, that ends the conversation. Men and women, they express emotion differently. That is it, right? They express empathy differently. They express sympathy differently. So that's how I see it.
In the 2025.
Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be a good video or not. Hopefully, it's going to be a good one. It's from O'Shea Do Jackson, right? So let's see, right? The title's interesting, so let's see if it's going to be interesting or not.
NFL draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin, we already knew who was going number 1. That was Cam Moore to the Tennessee Titans. The Cleveland Browns owned the number 2 pick after the Titans, but we just didn't know who the rest of the teams would take. It was a toss-up, and that's interesting because another team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, would pay heavily to get the number 2 pick from the Cleveland Browns. The Jaguars initially had the number 5 pick. So what did they do? They would trade their number 5 overall pick, their second pick, which was 36, a 4th round pick, number 126, and their future 1st round pick in 2026 for the rights to the number 2 pick, which was used to get Travis Hunter.
Damn!
That's a high cost for anybody, but Travis Hunter was the man. He just won the Heisman Trophy at Colorado, and he played both ways.
Real Rain, we'll check out the Too Lazy to Try video next after this, okay?
So how would this turn out? The Jacksonville Jaguars were doing really good under Coach Liam Cohen, but Travis Hunter?
Here's the thing. Everyone hits me up, and this is the funny part real quick. JB, it's only 2 games. You didn't say that for Sauce Gardner. You didn't say that with Patrick Surtain. You didn't say that with Stingley. Oh, damn, they're ready as rookies. They're the guy. They're natural, hip, swift, turn and run. Look at them backpedal. Look at the contact courage. You don't say that with this guy. Now he needs more games. He was the best ever, Jason, last year, you guys told me.
Woo! People were already calling Travis Hunter a bust. Now, it wasn't because of his athleticism or lack thereof. It's just that he's playing on both sides of the ball. And as you know, position coaches and offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators typically have their guys from 8 in the morning to 10 at night. But if you're playing both sides of the ball, you don't have enough time to understand packages, to get chemistry, to kind of get in a rhythm. And football is all about rhythm. So Travis Hunter played mostly on offense and some on defense, but not doing neither very well. Don't get me wrong. Travis Hunter basically showed flashes of explosive
Eddie, what's up, my brother? What's up?
Play. That is true. But then, well,
breaking news out of the NFL where Jaguars two-way star Travis Hunter has undergone season-ending knee surgery. The procedure repaired an LCL injury suffered on October 20th, and he's expected to return to full football activities within 6 months. Our Jonathan Jones reports that Hunter's injury is not expected to have any long-term impact on his career. The number 2 overall pick took the majority of his snaps on offense this season, tallying 28 catches for just under 300 yards.
Buster, I mean, you keep on wanting to continue the empathy talk, right? And then you use a kind of a weird analogy or a weird situation. I would say a better analogy is okay, if you see a man getting kicked in the balls, every man knows that feeling. Every man, if you see a man get kicked in the balls, you feel pain. You're feeling pain, right? You are feeling pain. If you see a man get kicked in the balls, you as a man will feel pain. So again, Men and women are different. We express it in different ways. This is why big bars. This is why I'm checking it out. If it's going to be, sounds like it's going to be a downfall.
And a touchdown. On the other side of the ball, he racked up 15 tackles and 3 passes defended.
Travis Hunter would tear his LCL in a no contact situation in practice. This put him out for the entire year. And of course, it led to the critics.
I think Colorado playing Travis for as many snaps as they did was complete coaching malpractice. Now, Trav, he's obviously a super competitor. He wanted to be out there for as many plays as possible. And at a certain point, I think as the coach, the onus is on you to kind of rein him in. And by that, I mean, there was really no reason for him to be playing full time on both sides of the ball when you knew that he was going to be an NFL player.
Now, Deion Sanders is the reason why Travis Hunter is ruined. But to be honest, Deion is the reason why Travis Hunter is what he is today. I mean, he let Travis Hunter do his thing. And again, he basically got hurt. The non-contact injury, it can happen to anybody. It happens to a lot of people. So I'm not sure if I buy that. But even the coach was asked.
Do you still expect him to be your number one receiver and your number one cornerback at some point down the road?
You know, it's all that's very premature to answer at this point. You know, you have a lot of confidence in the makeup, the person, the competitor, the athlete, the talent. Like I said to him, so many players have gone through minor setbacks for major comebacks. And that's been the complete message to him.
Are you going to let Travis Hunter play two ways? That's the story of the day, and people just don't understand. And so now it looks like Travis Hunter's first year is a bust, not necessarily because he's taking kind of long to adapt, but also because of what, of course, we all know what he did. Bought a house, bought a car, and took care of the family. But see, there's another side of this that we're not talking about. Number one, the stress of not living up to expectations. This hurts everybody. Travis Hunter, they invested a lot of money in this guy, paid a lot of money in this guy. But the damn people, one of the stressful things about coming from poverty into having money, and again, I know Travis Hunter has some money with the NIL deals and things like that, but people are really expecting probably a lot from this guy. And so he's taking care of a lot of folks. I mean, he got Leanna Lene, and then, you know, he got his own family and all of this. So trying to do so many things at one time, trying to learn offense, trying to learn defense, and then taking care of a lot of people, it really,
I swear, right? I mean, like this, the internet, the men of the internet warned this man already, right? I mean, if his girl divorces him, no one to blame but himself.
Really sucks. And anybody who's lightweight successful, or you've made over 6 figures a year, and then you have people in your family who are not doing so well, they just bring their burdens to you all the time. Even people that really you don't know, they come to you with issues, they come to you with problems, and you got to focus on what you're doing. And so because you're covering so much territory all the time, at least in his case, trying to learn offense, trying to learn defense, getting established in the new league. And then there's...
I hope he did that. Evil Eddie, I hope he did that, but I think this kid is not as bright.
The other part.
I know that a lot of women's gonna be mad at what I gotta say about this, but a man should know that she wants you more than you want her. If you want her more than she wants you, it's gonna end bad, and you are gonna have a stressful relationship because you are gonna be trying to do everything possible to keep her in your life, and there's gonna become a time period where she just don't care no more.
Y'all know I had to go here. Travis Hunter, in my honest opinion, is in a relationship with a woman who just don't give a damn about his ass at all.
Damn.
This man is busting his ass every day just to keep this particular chick happy. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, he's now a father. So imagine you have all of this pressure. Many black men have this pressure. You know, you have family that needs money, mom, you know, sisters, brothers, whatever you got. Then also you may have a girlfriend, may have a wife, you may have kids, and then all of this pressure is coming on you at the same time, like within 1 year. You know, 2 years ago, you wasn't a father, you was just playing football, making some money and just streaming. And now, you know, you got a whole city depending on you every day, people writing up stuff about you, and then you have a girlfriend or wife now who was cheating on you and you ignored it, and you're basically doing everything you can to keep her happy because deep down you know if you lose this bag, she is gone. And it is 100% true. She's not gonna stay around. And
yeah, she does not seem like a girl who will ride or die with you.
Another thing you know too, if you don't perform very well in the NFL, you also won't stay around there, right? And all of that is pressure. I don't care what anybody has to say. It's a lot of pressure, especially for a young man to just run into all of that within like an 18-month period. I mean, we have guys that are like 40 and haven't been married, and 45 and haven't been married, and 30 and haven't been married. So imagine a young kid, like not even 22, 23 years old, running into all this money, running into all these demands, you know, having to take care of a kid, having to take care of a wife, having to take care of his family, and you're not.
Yo, this is just like the Akash thing, right? This is just like the Akash thing that we'll check out in a bit. Here's a man that's desperate for this woman, right? Just like Akash, he was desperate for his wife. He was desperate, right? You will give this woman everything. I've said this before, my brothers, do not let women be your weakness. When you are desperate for someone, you have lost. You have already lost. You have already lost when you are desperate for someone. Okay? That's the danger. That a lot of young men particularly, even some old men like Akash, who he's guys in his mid to late 30s. Desperate for this woman. It would never go out well.
Performing on the field.
Damn.
But what is the lesson here, fellas?
Hey everyone, you can't do everything. You have to pick and choose the things that you're going to do and the ways in which you're going to spend your time. Certain things are not going to get the attention that they might need. You're going to be pulled in a bunch of different directions, and you're going to have to make decisions about what's important, and you're going to have to sacrifice some things.
Guys, if we can't learn anything from Travis Hunter, and we definitely can learn from his simping.
Got him.
Guys, we got to learn this. And the main thing that we need to learn is you can't do everything. You know, I don't care what you think you can do. There are things that you can't do. And ultimately, you will break down. In my honest opinion, it was better for Travis Hunter to basically focus in on offense or defense, but not both. But he felt that he could do everything. Up, he can get married. Up, he can raise a family. Oh, he can take care of everything. And let me just tell you, at first you can kind of do it because it's kind of new and you're kind of going through the motions. But the problem is that you just can't sustain it. And a lot of black men, especially guys who, you know, just trying to find their way in life, and I could even do this, we just expect that, you know, we got to try everything. I know people that got like 1,000 business ideas, and so they're trying all of it. And then, you know, at the same time, they're wasting their money, wasting their time, their expertise, and then they burn out, body through so much, and that's probably why it's breaking down. I mean, he could have a point with that, but at the same time, Travis Hunter did not have to play both positions, especially when he didn't.
Oh, so I guess this is just a video talking about his injury. Yeah, that's okay. But I definitely want to see if I'm proven wrong. I definitely want to see if the internet will be proven wrong or right. With this man, with this young boy, we'll see. With this young man, I definitely want to see if the internet will be proven right or wrong. So we'll see. Romance, not womance. Yes, exactly.
I don't like.
All right, by request, by Real Rain, by request by Real Rain. Check it out.
Like what I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. It's just those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots.
Like Akash is the extreme. Like Akash only dates brown.
Oh, okay.
Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an Indian woman.
So this is like loyal through and through.
Okay. The way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien. Yeah. Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal. But grow with your audience. Mature with your audience.
One person in the relationship, whoever cares less, has the leverage, and we want the guy to always care less. We want the man to always have the leverage.
Childish as fuck.
And you guys might not like hearing that.
Childish.
But we truly feel.
I'm not. These aren't new beliefs, bro. You're not telling me some shit none of us have ever heard. We all heard this.
I mean, I'm married. Akash is married. Mark is married.
You all heard it, but you don't listen to it. So really, this is the thing where you always get detractors, right? Like, why you guys keep on repeating the same things? Why you keep on saying things? Here's the thing, right? One. Not every man has listened to it because you'll be surprised. Right? You'll be surprised. Not every man has listened to all this ideologies. Second, the men that do listen to it don't mean that they follow it. Right? The men that do listen don't mean they follow it. And we will see the consequences for not following. Right? We'll see.
Right? Yeah. Like, it's possible. Now, granted, we might call you in 10 years and be like, y'all were fucking right. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so 3 years ago, Fresh and Fit went on Flagrant, and Schultz and the whole crew, especially Akash, called them out for some of their controversial takes and how they run their show, which obviously started a beef that reignites every now and then, and it just...
Sisam, what's up, my brother? What's up? Thank you for being here. Yeah? I seen Home Math. It perfectly describes this. I've seen Home Math before, yeah.
Recently because Myron discovered Akash's wife is trying to be an influencer and has her own podcast, which Myron's been having a field day with because she's the exact kind of girl they warn guys about, and she constantly humiliates Akash on social media. Like, people just keep finding worse and worse clips, and it's painful to watch. I mean, this girl, she's up there with Jada Pinkett Smith, which she'd probably take as a compliment. That's how wild she is. So I guarantee you, right? Will Smith will be one of the men that would hate Redpill. Will Smith will be one of those men that will extremely hate Redpill, right? Will Smith. Guess what? As much of a high value man you are, look at your fucking life. Look at your life. Who wants your fucking life? I would not. I wouldn't want your life. I'm sorry. Yeah, you make millions, great, but like, seriously, look at how your life is. Your kids are like, don't like you. They're stupid. They're insane group of people. Your wife disrespects you, treats you like shit, doesn't even want you. Nah, I'm good. Just wanted to warn people before I get into this, the cringe is almost unbearable. Like, every guy watching this is going to die inside a little. So Akash's wife, I think she's 10 years younger than him, and she's trying to be an influencer, so she doesn't make any money, but she spends his money like crazy. Most of her videos are like shopping vlogs and vacations. And when she was asked if they split finances, she said, his money's our money and my money is my money.
You think she likes him for him, or she likes him for his money? You think she likes him for him, or she likes him for his money? One of the things she said, right, in her podcast is that the best thing about her marriage is the guy's not there, right? Her husband isn't there. One of the best things about her marriage is her husband not being there, right? He's off on doing comedy tours, doing things, right? Yeah, I love it if my wife said the best thing about our relationship is that I'm not around. That's great. While spending my motherfucking money. Amazing. Amazing shit.
Which Akash sounds really stressed out about. Like, she had him on their podcast and he started flipping out about how she basically won't do anything except spend his money.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me.
I get it, right? These new age men, right? They will be fine with their wife be stay-at-home wives and don't do nothing. Just drain them of their money. Blue pill, right? Blue pill men. Whatever, right? Fucking do whatever you want. But you don't realize in that situation, what are you getting out of her? Sex and looking at her? That's it. That's what you're getting at her. I doubt I doubt they're getting more, right? But this is the thing where I hope men will understand, right? If you're going to date young, this is the probably the shit you get into.
Lots of nice things.
When I say I'm tired, she can't just let me be tired. I travel, I work, and I'm very blessed to do what I do. But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go, what the did you do that made you tired? Now it's a problem. Now it's a fight. So I gotta sit there.
I went to Pilates.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday, I worked the entire morning to night.
Oh, really? Really? Oh, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for your blue pill, stupid self. I swear to God, it's always these types of men that will ridicule, right? Ridicule and hate men's content. And then they live the life that they live. And then they literally, right, show you why men say the shit they say.
Whatever, I get a workout in because I'm trying to be less fat. And then she's like, babe, can you take out happy? I'm so tired. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I take you to Mew Mew and you buy whatever you want. That's the bare...
Excuse me. No, I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget. Okay?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Mr. Blue Pill, right? I'm sorry. You got a wife that, you love so much, right? That she's draining you of your money. She doesn't give a shit that you work hard. Oh, poor you. No, you're fucking stupid. Right? Like you want to bust on men that trying to help you out. You want to hate on men that will try to help you out, right? And then you're suffering from your stupidity. And now what? Now men are cracking shit at you, right? Now men are ridiculing you for your stupidity. Absolutely stupid. This is a thing where I said this before, right? Men's content isn't about hating women. Men's content isn't about hating women. I've said this, I've shown my content so many times. It's not about hating women. It's about you learning about women, right? Learning what women can be. Learning what women can be like. Learning that do not get with a bitch that don't want you. Do not get with a woman that don't want you. She doesn't love the man. She loves his money. She loves that he's a simp, right? She loves his money and she loves that he's a simp. She could give a shit about him. She doesn't care if he comes home tired. She doesn't give a shit. Go back out and make that money for me. Go back out and make that money so I can fucking use. That's all you're good for, right? Mr. Simp, that's all you're good for. Make that money so I can use, so I can live the life that I deserve, right? I don't give a shit if you're tired. Your job is to make money for me to use. That is it, right? Your job is to be that doormat so I can step on. Well, that's what you fucking get then. I'm sorry. If you have the audacity, right, to shit on men that try to actually help men, try to steer men away from shit like this. You have the audacity to shit on men that try to help men, right? Not be in situations like this. Well, that's what you deserve.
Because you want a house that I don't care about. A house.
In the Hamptons? Is this the Hamptons?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all the Hamptons.
And this girl's so out of control. She has hardcore feminists feeling bad for Akash. Like in one of her most popular TikToks, she's yelling at him because she doesn't have enough room in her closet for all of her clothes and hand.
Sorry for the man. I'm almost never sorry for a man. Okay. He's right. Akash, is that you? Okay.
bags. And the top comments are like, I'm sorry for that man, and I'm almost never sorry for a man. And girl, please don't make me side with a man. Girl, don't make me agree with him, please.
Do you know what my fucking husband just tried to do to me?
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shut up. We also just redid our closet.
This is all her closet now. She took the whole closet.
I don't have space for. Can you show?
Yeah.
I don't have space.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing that.
Space exists.
I'm not doing that. We were supposed to build a wardrobe, but Akash didn't want to do it because he's too
because
cheap.
I took the smaller closet.
Do you know how much fucking space he has? Look, utilize the shelves, you idiot. Akash, for real, I like my clothes spread out. Then
She just called her husband an idiot.
them all in the same rack.
So it's really bad, and it just keeps getting worse. You know, I'm sure people are stressed out just watching this, because also when she's not spending Akash's money, she's publicly humiliating him on social media to try to make her own money and jumpstart her career. I mean, she has this dude completely wrapped around her finger because also she's the only girl he's ever been with, and looks-wise is out of his league, which comes with a price, literally. So she knows she has all the leverage, and she acts like it. I mean, Akash, he's out there working all day, so he can...
Like, he could do better. I mean, like, this is the thing where it literally sounds like it's a one-way relationship, okay? This is the thing where people don't understand, but I guarantee you this man is a virgin. He found a decent-looking woman. Like, she's a 7, maybe an 8, right? She's decent-looking, right? Probably a 7, right? A solid 7. And this man who's a 5, right? 5, maybe a 4. Yeah, he got a woman that's a lot good-looking, right? Better looking than he would think he could get. So, yeah. But again, she doesn't want you. She wants your money.
Afford her lifestyle while she sits at home reminiscing about her time in college.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college.
You think she's a 6? Okay, maybe. Yeah, definitely not an 8. Definitely not an 8. Maybe, okay. I mean, yeah. I guess this term depends on angles too, right?
So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like...
She has a roster of guys she would rotate to. How's this woman, and I don't know if it's true or not, how's this woman a virgin? It's been said she's a virgin. How is what she just said, right? Like, you gotta listen to this again. How is this woman a virgin?
She's out there working all day so he can afford her lifestyle while she sits at home reminiscing about her time in college.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when
how is she a virgin? I mean that's what he believes, right? And second, this is your fucking wife saying this to the internet. I'm popping my pee out to a bunch of white boys, and I have a roster of a bunch of men. She's talking like an alpha widow. I mean, like, TikTok brain.
the nostalgia is that painful.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
How? I don't believe that. How? Like, I'm sorry. How? I mean, okay, maybe she's lying. Maybe she's lying, but how is that bitch a virgin? How? I cannot believe it. I swear to God. Like, what's coming out of her mouth and what's coming out of your mouth is drastically two different things, right? You call her a virgin. She's saying she's popping her pussy to a bunch of people in a frat house and saying she has a roster of men. I mean, like, how does that sound like a virgin? I don't understand that shit.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe her?
So someone needs to take her phone away. I mean, that was brutal. I almost feel bad for Akash, but he's probably just like...
I don't feel bad for him. I'm sorry. I don't... For any man
that when you heard you when I'm like, let's say if I give you advice, right? If I give you advice about women, and I don't really do it, right? I don't do it, but if I give you advice about women, and then you say fuck you, right? You are wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, right? You don't know nothing, right? You don't know nothing, right? I'm married. You're single. You don't know nothing. You have no right to say anything. Okay, fine, right? Fine. My advice, I'll take it back. You're right. I'm wrong. And then you live your fucking life, and then my advice comes fucking true. My advice comes true. You think I have sympathy for you? No. I will have zero motherfucking sympathy for you. Now, if you never got any advice, right? If you were blindly blue pill, right? You never knew about it. You were oblivious to it. Okay, then cool. I have a bit of sympathy for you. But when your bitch ass self knew about it and you chose not to listen to it and you were ignorant about it, right? Then no fucking sympathy.
Like, hey, at least she's doing something other than spending my money. And obviously he should have known what he was getting himself into, but he was in denial. Like, the most disturbing thing is she's obsessed with her podcast co-host husband. It's so uncomfortable. Like, she'll talk about how attractive he is all the time, and she'll bring up his dick, and she's begging them to have an orgy with her. And she's also even like, Akash is great and everything, but I think your husband might be even better.
Akash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
Imagine your bitch of a wife says another man measures up to your man or is better than your man. Imagine that shit. The man is a utter simp.
Can I just say, like, not in a weird way, he's so good looking.
Oh, thank you. Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husbands?
Rhea,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if we
or
did
it's
it.
thick. It's thick.
I'd only been down for an orgy if
Yeah, so this is just sad to see. I mean, it sounds like Akash is a good husband. You know, he tries to do everything right. He spends all this money on her, but it's not enough, and she still feels the need to
And that's the thing, right? That is what men are trying to do, right? Men are not trying to tell men to be hateful towards women. Men's content isn't telling men to be hateful to men. Men's content isn't telling men to be hateful to women. Men's content isn't about that. Now, you may see some certain content creators do that, but that's not how it is. Okay. It is to wake men up. I've seen so many men suffer from this, where they try their best to be the best husband, boyfriend that they can be to these women and still get treated like shit. Right? You try your best to be the best you can be for these women and still get treated like shit. And that's the core of men's content, right? To wake you up that, you know what? These women don't deserve it. Or you got to pick correctly. You cannot be simping for her. You have to have boundaries. You cannot be a doormat to these women, right? Do not be desperate. Do not be desperate. Hell, I mean, this is a thing where I do not agree with Myron on you got to have a body count of 50, but motherfucker, this man was a virgin, so he was desperate for the first pretty little thing that gave him any kind of attention, right? The man was desperate for any woman that gave him attention or he would like, or even if she didn't give him attention, he would do everything in his power to get her attention because he was desperate, right? Because he was a virgin. He didn't know any better. And that's the thing. Do not be desperate.
Publicly humiliate him and try to hook up with her friend's husband. Like, also, they actually.
Oh, Eddie, really? Yep, I have a good friend right now dealing with a disrespectful wife, and it's killing him. And that's the fucking shit, right? This is why I'm sorry. This is why I love men content. This is why I love men content, because we don't want men suffering from this. Good men, right? I've said this before, where I believe my content attracts good men, right? So I don't want my brothers to be hurt by being with women like this.
Had their husbands on the show, and Akash's wife again makes it very clear that she's really into this guy. Like, she keeps hitting on him right in front of Akash, and the guy's wife too. You know, her co-host, I'm sure, is kind of uncomfortable about this. Like, it's just so awkward. She has no respect for Akash, and he's like, yeah, I think the guy's great too, but it's kind of annoying how great he is, which he's probably annoyed that his wife clearly wants to be with him, and she doesn't even try to hide it. Like, she brings up the orgy again and his dick, and then said she's really nervous about meeting his dad for some reason. I mean, she just cannot help herself. And Akash, he just sits there and takes it. You know, I guess he's at the point where he just has to let her do whatever she wants. So this is just such a mess. I can't believe it's real. You know, I feel like somebody needs to step in and just be like, all right, this is too far. You guys can't be doing this podcast anymore. This is too much embarrassment. And of course, she's giving Myron from Fresh and Fit all the ammo in the world to go after Akash.
And can I say, this is the best husband I've ever seen. And I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. It's a little annoying. And then, like, he's just getting in better shape.
Off already.
We might have. Oh, what are y'all doing this whole time? Drake is your Taylor Swift.
100%.
Exactly.
I'm toxic. How do you think I have to keep up with her?
No, he be saying some boss ass shit. What is the stuff he says to you that I'm just like, that's fire?
Oh, now just puts his dick out on the table.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who hustles.
I'm not gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
Wait, he used to sell like iPhones, buy iPhones and sell them.
Have you seen his Instagram thumbnail? You know, I've shown that to multiple dudes.
Saved under his favorite.
Look at my wife's podcast partner's husband. It's crazy. Ain't that crazy? I've shown it to multiple guys.
I've also shown it to multiple people. I'm meeting Nav's dad tomorrow, and I will say I'm fucking nervous because he has the. Not to be weird, but he has big dick energy, and he's obviously
based off stories.
Yeah, he's a don. Let's face it.
But thank you guys for being on the main character pod. We love you. We hate you.
I guess
we respect
we
you.
love you, but I actually love you and want to fuck all of you.
That is your wife. That is your wife. In front of your fucking face, saying that she wouldn't want to have sex with another man. I get it, right? He's a comedian. Maybe it's a joke, but it's like, is that funny? How's that even funny? Where's the punchline in that? Where's the humor in that? I swear to God, it's like, it's more sad than funny. Which, it's not funny at all. It's just pure sad. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Akash is he's a good man to his wife, right? He's a delusional man to the world. I don't know. It's hard for me, like, okay, here's the thing, right? I feel empathy for this man because I've been there, right? I've been there, not to this extent, because I would not let a woman disrespect me to this level, right? I would not allow a woman to disrespect me to this level. Being a cuck is not a flex. It is not. But I guess I'm borderline on a bit of empathy for this man. But it's like I try not to, right? Maybe this is the thing where I'm fighting. Whiskey, thank you. Your content attracts thoughtful men. I love that. This is a thing where
it's hard for me to feel empathy for this man because honestly, I think this man deserves the outcome he gets. Okay. He deserves the outcome he gets because he allows someone to treat him like a doormat. He deserves the outcome he gets because he allows someone to disrespect him to his face. The woman he provides for, the woman he loves, the woman he treasures, the woman he puts on a fucking pedestal. And she treats him like shit to his face. I don't know. He's too arrogant for my sympathy. And you know what? That's the thing, right? I mean, again, I agree. That's why it's hard for me to give him empathy, right? It's hard for me to give him empathy because you are this arrogant, right? You're this arrogant. You think you know better. So it's really hard for me to give this man any empathy, even though the situation is like I could understand it being treated like a doormat. But yeah. The sex robots will definitely change things. Just think in 10 years, all AI will drain away the power women have in social. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully Akash can get out of this mess because it only seems to be getting worse. Like, this relationship is not good for him. But of course, I don't think he'll ever be able to leave her. And Schultz, he has to be somewhat aware of this stuff. Like, he said he really wants Akash's wife's career to blow up, so then she has all the leverage in the relationship, which would probably mean she'll leave him. I mean, she already has all the leverage, but if her career blew up, then that's probably going to happen. So maybe Schultz thinks that's the best outcome because Akash is never going to leave her. But let me know what you guys think. And I just covered.
This is sad. But what do you guys think? That is sad in my opinion.
Paul Pierce has a new.
It's hard to argue against it logically, but I have to take a moral stance. Have you seen the bots? They are insane now and insanely. Are they insanely cheap? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could. I don't know if I could ever do the whole robot thing. I just think it's I don't know. I just think it's this is a thing where I'd rather go passport, bro. I'm sorry. I'd rather do passport, bro. I mean, 6 to 7K is not cheap. I mean, maybe it's cheaper than having a girlfriend. I mean, in totality, maybe it's cheaper than having a girlfriend, but it's, you know, that's one expensive ass date. All right. 10 to 20K. It's get a passport. Just get a fucking passport. I would say, like, not even worth it. Not even worth it. Really? They're cheaper than that? That looks good? No, I don't know. I think that's crazy if that's true. Guys, please like the live. Please like the live. It's helpful if you guys could. Yo! RMD, what's up, my brother? What's up? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I don't want to bring a woman pleasure. That's evil. That is evil, right? That you are staying true to your name. That is evil. All right. All right, guys, let's move on to the main video for tonight. Let's move on to the main video tonight. All right, let's check this one out.
Podcast called The Truth After Dark. And although it's not a big podcast right now, I think it will be very soon. And the reason why it is because Paul Pierce, although he is controversial at times, he's very respectful to his guests. And they've had people on like Dr. Cheyenne Bryant And they've recently had on Kendra G. And the one good thing about Paul Pierce is that he never really attacks his guests. He allows his guests to expose themselves by asking, 1, qualifying, and 2, open-ended questions. And this was no different with Kendra G. Now, the name of the podcast is Kendra G Talks Marriages, Infidelity, and Rules to Dating Rich Men. And that's important because Kendra G is supposed to be a dating show. We all know about her online platform, Kendra G Singles, in which she's matching people all around the Black world for the last 5 years. But in this instance, we wanted to know about her love life and not everybody else.
He's right,
Kendra G is 46 years old and single, living in LA, obviously doing very well, but can't keep a guy. And why is that?
So, girl, you got this man, tall, dark, handsome, marry him, have babies, and run off to the sunset. And I couldn't make that bet because I had so much inside of me. I had to take a risk on becoming who Kendra could become. And that's 20 years ago. And as I say, I always tell my age because I want people to know my life is a journey. I'm 46 years old. If I would know that you make that deal and you decide to go for your career, and at 46, you still wouldn't be married, you still wouldn't have kids, would you make that same bet? Absolutely.
You would, yeah.
Because I had to choose myself.
Now, here's my thing, right? Fine. A woman like this, right? A woman with this kind of mindset, right? A woman that, and I would say this to my daughter, right? You have to pick your poison. Pick your poison. So, if you want to be a career woman, great. All the more power to you. But if you are going to be a career woman and you think you're going to have any success, now, it could happen, but if I don't believe it's a high percentage. But if you are going to be a career woman and think that you are going to have any success in dating, in marriage, then you're delusional. You are delusional, right? Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's improbable. Why? Why would I say it's improbable? Because if you want success in your career, it's about the energy, right? It's about how much effort and energy you put into something, okay? To put a good amount of energy into something, right? To want to have success in something, you have to put a good amount of energy into it, a good amount of effort. So you have to prioritize it. If you prioritize a career, guess what's going to fall to the wayside? A relationship, right? A relationship is not going to be your best. So if you are going to pick a career, do not complain that you're failing in relationships. Do not complain. Do not complain that your relationship isn't doing well. Okay? Do not. Because literally you chose against it. You didn't want success in a relationship. You wanted success in your career. And this is why a woman like Kendra G will forever be single. Because she didn't prioritize a man. So that is the outcome you'll get. Alan, what's up? Wait, couldn't you say the same thing about a career-oriented dude? Here's the thing, right? Career-oriented dude. It's a bit different, but there is some similarities. Okay? A man that focuses on his career, yes, definitely his relationship will not be the best. But the difference is a lot of times a man doesn't expect a relationship to be that amazing, right? He doesn't. I mean, if he gets some sex, gets some whatever, great. Also, the woman that he's with, if he's successful in his career, he's providing for that woman, right? Giving her a house, taking her on trips, buying her things, right? So she's enjoying other things while he is prioritizing his career. So she's enjoying other things while he's prioritizing his career. For a woman, it's not the same thing. A woman that prioritizes a career, she's not taking care of a man back home, right? She's not providing for a man back home. So a man, all he has is her. All he has is her, right? All his energy is towards her. Well, guess what? If her energy is not with him, and then his energy is with her, there's no cohesion, right? So it's a different dynamic, but yes, it's not necessarily the best outcome as well. So I wouldn't say, it's a bit different, but yeah, it wouldn't be the best relationship, but it's a different dynamic, right? It's a different dynamic because, again, if a man prioritizes a career, a woman still benefits from it.
a woman still benefits from it. A wife, a girlfriend, she would still benefit from it. If a woman prioritizes a career, a man would not benefit from it at all. Speak for yourself. I speak for a majority of men. Majority of men are not being provided by women. I don't know what you, that's not a common thing. Right, but if the woman is doing the work and he's enjoying her gifts and supports, that would be great, but that's not a common thing, right? Women are not having, stay-at-home husbands. Women are not, giving men a lavish lifestyle. That's not common at all. Why does it matter whether the earner has a dick? Again, it does matter because of the dynamic. A woman that's providing, she's not taking care of a man. Usually if a woman's providing, she's by herself because she doesn't want to take care of a man, right? She doesn't want to take care of a man. Again, that doesn't happen often. I'm not saying that's impossible. But that doesn't happen in general, right? That doesn't happen in general. Women are not providing for men, right? They're not in general. At this point, this is what they're telling you. Date a trans woman? I don't get it. At this point, this is what they are telling you. I don't get that one. So be gay. No, it's nothing about being a gay man. Just find a different type of woman, right?
Kendra G said that if she could do it all over again so that her career could be where it is without being married, without
Alan, again, right? If that dynamic works, that's great. I'm not saying that if she's the earner, he's stay at home or whatever, and she's providing for him, that's great. But like I said, that is not a common thing. That isn't common at all.
having kids, she would do it all over again, even if it meant getting to this point. But it's interesting that she made this position because later on in the podcast, she would admit this.
I was engaged, and when I broke up with my ex-fiance, I ended up many years ago dating an athlete, and we wasn't in a relationship. And I learned that he was dating somebody else, and I went off. And he said to me, "But you're not my girlfriend."
Ooh. And this is that mindset, right? So you left your man that you were engaged to, you were eventually marrying. Focus on your career, right? You wanted to focus on your career, but you still date, right? You're still dating. Now this other man, this athlete that you want to date, he didn't value you as a partner, and you got upset for it. Shows you that, this is a thing where a lot of women value things differently, right?
I was like, but you know what? I had to woman up. And I was like, I'll never make that mistake again.
So Kendra G was about to be engaged to a man. She leaves the man and she starts dating an NBA player. Now remember, the reason why she didn't want to be with this so-called man is because, the radio business is very unstable. That's what she did before, what she's doing now. But she's talking about the fact that she was dealing with this guy that was an NBA player, and she was, letting him have sex, and she was upset because he did not want a relationship.
And this is what I'm saying, right? What's making what makes Kendra different than all the women she allows on her show, right? That she has on her dating show. What's the difference? Nothing. Kendra is actually very similar to all the women she has on her dating show, right? Again, when you don't prioritize a man, again, when you don't honestly go about relationships, right? When you don't care about a relationship, you are not going to get success within relationships. Literally, a lot of these women, they don't prioritize a relationship, right? They don't prioritize a relationship, and that's why a lot of times they fail at it. Dude, I'm sorry, but I just looked it up. 18% of fathers have self-identified themselves as stay-at-home dads.
if their wife and partner has a job that provides for them both, that's not rare. 18% is not rare to you? What do you think are, like, seriously? Okay, well, I looked it up, right? 68% of these stay-at-home moms were married with working husbands. Right? I mean, there are more stay-at-home wives than there are stay-at-home husbands. There are more stay-at-home wives than there are stay-at-home husbands. Again, I'm not saying that it's an impossible thing. Like, Alan, this is why talking to you is usually disingenuous, right? Like, talking to you is, like, a lot of times disingenuous because you're not actually understanding the things I say. Okay? Did I say it's impossible? No, I didn't say it's impossible. I said it's improbable, right? 18%. Would you gamble? Would you gamble away your life, right? If I told you jumping off this plane is 18%, would you do it? Would you do it? Right? You said 18% is pretty high, right? You said 18% is pretty high. Would you gamble your life on 18%? I mean, please tell me. I would really love to know. I this is why I've said this before, and I've seen it with last time we talked too. Talking to you, you are very disingenuous, right? With how you interpreted things, right? And how you go about, talking to people. It's very disingenuous, and that's why it's not the best thing when debating or having a conversation with you, and because you literally shown you, right? You literally shown through these messages how disingenuous you can be. But yeah, you look it up, but let's see how you interpret it, right? Like you said, you looked it up, correct? You looked it up. You said 18% is pretty high. Would you gamble away your life on 18%? Is that high enough for you? I said, no, I said it's not impossible. I said it's improbable, right? 18% falls under improbable, right? Again, I wouldn't gamble anything, right? Not my life, not my money, nothing on 18%. So this is why I said it's a lot of times it's disingenuous talking to you.
And he chucked her like, look, you're not my girlfriend. Woo! So wait a minute. What probably really happened? So Kendra G mentions that part about the fiance, and she didn't have to. But you know what probably happened?
Okay, fair enough, but still, what do you have to say to those men? I mean, what do you mean what do I have to say to those men? If you get hell, like if I can have a woman provide for me, I would jump for it, right? If I can have a woman provide for me, I would jump for it. I would jump for joy. All right. I mean, I'm pretty sure most men wouldn't mind a woman providing for them, right? I mean, is that something different? I mean, am I the only one? Chat, tell me, would you guys love a woman providing for you? I mean, I would. I would love it, right? If I had a woman provide for me, I would not complain at all. I mean, so I don't know. But again, for any man, right? Majority of men, to find a woman that will provide for him, that's a gamble I wouldn't take, right? That's a gamble I wouldn't take. So I don't know. I mean, maybe you could take it, but I would love a woman to provide for me, right? Like seriously, I can stay home, right? If it is just like cleaning the house, fuck it. I'll clean the fucking house top to bottom. I'll clean the house top to bottom if a woman would provide my lifestyle, right? If a woman would provide my lifestyle, I would clean the house top to motherfucking bottom. I can't cook for shit, but maybe I'll practice. Maybe I'll learn, right? Or I'll order out. She's providing, she's paying for it. Let's order some food. But like no man, I mean, very few men would say no to it.
No, I mean, no. Some men, yeah, there's some men, right? Of course, there's some men that don't want to be provided for, but I think men in general would, right? If I'm provided for, now I can stay home and just do live streams all the time, right? I don't have to worry about money. I would love it.
I bet you that she broke up with her boyfriend because she was messing with the NBA.
I mean, yeah, I get it, right? I mean, you wouldn't need it. So you wouldn't want to influence more women to try to do that then, instead of telling, again, no, you're not going to be able to influence more women to do it. I'm sorry, right? This is why, Alan, your thinking is weird to borderline interesting, right? Your thinking is weird to borderline interesting. You would not be able to convince the majority of women to provide for a man. I would not. I mean, there's no scenario in this world where I can think of that you can honestly, right, get women to be on board of wanting to provide for a man. There's no scenario.
Player the whole time she was with the fiance. She had a Freudian slip.
Woo!
And she tried to upgrade and found out that she could not. So for the man that you could have got, the engineer who was all into you, you didn't want anything to do with him. You mean the guy that was an engineer and he cared about you so much? You don't think that he wouldn't have been patient and moved around with you?
Yeah. Oh my God, no. Yeah, exactly, right? Real Rain said it. Look at Halle Berry, right? Complaining about child support from her ex. What is it? Mary J. Blige, right? Mary J. Blige complained about child support from her ex. Oprah Winfrey, she has a man, but she won't marry him. I mean, no, women who have money, they're not that stupid, right? Women that have money, they're not that stupid. We see it. We see it with the wealthy women, the extremely wealthy women, right? The stars, they complain about child support. They complain about like the man like taking half of their shit. Women that has money, they're not looking for men that has less than them, right? They have been burnt by that shit. You are seeing that in the women that are wealthy.
Probably could have, but you were all okay with moving around with the NBA player. Want to know why? Because number one, you are more attracted to the NBA player.
Evil Eddie, that is some crazy. I mean, modular. What would modular be? That's interesting.
And the NBA player had more money, and you thought that you could swing for the big fences, and then you couldn't.
I do agree, right? I think this is a thing where Kendra was looking that she was on her way up, right? She was on her way up thanks to her career. So the man that she was going to marry, right, her fiance, she felt like he probably wasn't at her level. He probably would not. I mean, I think the man was going to be, he was a blue collar man. She was on her way up, right? In her mind, she was on her way up. So she didn't see the point of marrying a blue collar man when she felt her career was on her way up. What she wanted to trade it in for an athlete, and only to see that, this athlete don't see value in her.
But again, this is the person that's out there giving people dating advice.
Got him!
Now, Paul Pierce positions a question to her about, what is her ideology about being married?
And just say I'm married. If I'm married, it's because this is what God's purpose is for me. And I'm riding out with you to the sunset. And I know you're gonna mess up, but I'm here. I'm Coretta Scott Kinging it.
Yeah.
And if I can't Coretta Scott King it, then I'm not gonna do it. You just should.
Yeah.
Is
there somebody you dating right now?
Yes.
So she said, listen, if she's going to be married, certain things are going to have to happen. And if she is married, she's ready to Coretta Scott King it. In other words, that's a sneak diss at Martin Luther King. And the reason why it's a diss at Martin Luther King, because it was known that Martin Luther King was cheating on Coretta Scott King and she stayed anyway. So basically what Kendra G is insinuating is that, listen, if I get with you and marry you, I know that you're going to make some mistakes. Stop the show. As if she never made no mistakes in her life.
Woo!
But it's okay. Go ahead on and take shots at, our legends. It's great, right? R.I.P. MLK. But she says something that's interesting. If this is God's purpose for her, I find it to be interesting because Kendra G and a lot of black women kind of sound like this.
And when God...
Wait, what? No, how are there men getting paid to make videos with bots? I've never heard of that or seen it. I mean, it's not like I'm asking to see it, but it's like, no.
gives you your husband, he's going to be everything you ever dreamed of. You won't have to question it.
I think that's stupid, right? I mean, like, could it happen? Yeah, it could be possible, but in my opinion, this is the stupidity, right? Everything you ever dreamed of. It's like, this is the problem with so many women, right? This is the problem with so many women. It's like, they want they want a perfect man. And I believe, perfection is only insanity, right? Perfection is insanity. You're the man you dreamed of. I mean, like, this is why women are so delusional.
You won't have any fear. There won't be any doubt. You will just know.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is?
Now, guys, what we have is somewhat of a dichotomy here. On one hand, Kendra G has the Kendra G Singles dating app and speed dating events, which has made her a lot of money, guys. Like, she's doing very well. And what she helps other people do is to be proactive about finding a mate. Kendra G is not telling the people that come onto her show, look for God. God will set you up with this and God will do that. No, Kendra G.
Big bars, exactly. Women are wishing upon a star. You know how many times I roll my eyes when women say, I want God to drop a man down my lap. Ugh.
Gives you the opportunity to come onto her Instagram, to download her app, and of course, pay money. Ka-ching. So she helps other people become proactive about finding a mate. But when it comes to her finding a mate, she's not proactive. She's retroactive. Let God handle this. And I find that to be interesting because Kendra G, when she was supposed to be allegedly engaged to the engineer, she specifically said that if I could do it all over again the way that I did it.
Oh, RM, exactly. I believe I think that's a big problem. I think that's a big problem with modern day women. It's ego. It's an extreme big ass ego. I think a lot of women exemplify narcissism, right? Egotistical. I agree. That's the main problem. I 100% agree.
Chasing my own happiness, chasing me, I would do it. So she's been chasing this level of independence for herself her entire life. And she understands that whatever she has gotten in her life, and she does work hard, she's gotten it because of her own hard work, her own self-agency. But when it comes to finding a man for herself, she just can't get that. Even though she can help other people find love, and even though she can help herself, grow and see opportunities financially. But when it comes to getting a man, let's just wait on God.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is?
In my opinion, it don't make no damn sense. But then again, here's the best part. At a certain point in the conversation, Paul Pierce asks her about,
I mean, here's the thing where even though there's literally a man for every woman, yeah, there's always a sucker. But this is a thing where I believe that what's up, love and a hug? What's up? I mean, if you believe it's enemy territory, there's no hate. I don't promote hate, right? I don't promote hate. So, I don't mind discourse. No hate whatsoever. I believe it's that, I think a lot of women here, like, again, there's always a sucker. I do agree, but, we are seeing it where, that many people don't view people. They think so many people think that they're better than everyone around them. That's why I see that there's a big
ego problem, right? So many people believe that they're better than the people around them. We see that every day, right? I think we're seeing that every day where, you know, they see that you're beneath them. They see that you're not good enough for them, you know.
Dating and sleeping with people.
Is there somebody you're dating right now?
Yes, Paul, I am dating.
Dating? Is it more than one?
I am dating. I don't have sex when I date, though. So let me tell you about dating. This is why I have a dating app, and I encourage every woman to date.
So Kendra G is dating. This is what Cheyenne Bryan said. Both of them, they're dating, but Kendra G says she will not sleep.
I mean, Buster, if you, I mean, in my opinion, you know, I think it's differently, right? You said it's not a legitimate relationship dynamic wisdom. I don't know. I mean, I see it differently than that, right? But I definitely promote difference of opinions.
With anybody. Okay, and that's a personal choice. And then, you know, Paul Pierce circles back to this particular point again.
You don't have sex unless you're in a relationship.
Yes.
You haven't been in a relationship for a year, you said.
Yes, a year. That's not hard. Paul, I wrote a book called Abstinence is Cool, where I went years without having sex.
I've done that. I did a whole.
No, I agree. A 3 out of 10 women has more option than a 3 out of 10 man. It's a natural unless you deny hypergamy. No, I agree. But again, that's ego, right? That is ego that even though you have more options, right? You think a man that's a 3 at your level is beneath you. That is ego, right? You think that you deserve, because you have sexual options, right? More sexual options. A man that's like a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8. You have sexual sexual options for this a man that's of a higher attraction level, but because you have higher, more sexual options, you think a man that's at your level is beneath you. And you think you qualify for men that are above you. That is ego.
It's not hard for a woman not to have sex.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never said anything bad about a hoe. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about a hoe right now, right? So that's not what I'm saying. I don't know what you, Buster Cheeks. I don't know what do you think I'm saying bad about dunking on hoes? I'm not. That's not what I'm doing, right? So I don't know what you're talking about. Roses are red, violets are blue. Those are fake, but my love is true. To some, you're crazy. That's hypergamy. That is dating strategy, and also there's always a sucker. I don't disagree that's hypergamy. Did I disagree that it's hypergamy? Literally, please listen to what I'm saying, right? Please listen to what I'm saying. It is ego when you think people that are at your level is beneath you. It is ego. Two things can be true at once. Yes, you wanting a man that's above you, yes, it's hypergamy. Doesn't negate that it's not ego. Please listen when I'm saying shit. Please. If you are going to trying to counter the things I say, but you're really not listening, it just shows you that it's annoying, right? It's annoying, right? Again, one, I'm not dunking on any hoes. I literally not said nothing. Two, what you said does not change what I said. I never disagreed that it's not hypergamy. And yet you seem to disagree that it's not ego. So, I mean, again, if you think it's funny, I love it, right? I don't mind. I don't mind people thinking it's funny. I don't mind people interpreting things differently, right? I don't mind that. But it's just, don't say things I didn't say, right? Don't say things I didn't say. I really don't like that, right?
Like, and I know
it's different for women.
So she's saying, listen, no, it's easy for me because, I can go with a year without having sex. And then, the other lady that was there saying something similar.
No, I agree, Big Bars. It's not a flex. It's not a flex.
Similar. And then Paul Pierce again positions. Well, listen, how do you know when you want to go further?
No, but I'm not having sex without a relationship. I'm not saying marriage.
Relationship.
Yeah,
okay.
so if we want to have intimacy, so it's just me and you. We exclusive, right?
Me too.
How long before you know? How many dates?
How many dates?
Like how many dates can a dude get off before you like, all right, this ain't gonna happen, or it's maybe something?
I think that here's the deal, and I'm gonna get so technical, and y'all gonna get mad. Listen, we can't forget like STDs exist, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you should be. It's very fine to be like, yo, I need to really get to know you more.
Yes.
You know, like, and yes, like I should have a physical attraction to you, but again, I shouldn't want to just jump in the bed with you because I want to make sure I'm safe too. Yeah. Like, you know, if I don't want to get pregnant just to get pregnant if we're not going to do something long term.
Now this is all interesting because, you know, hey, we may have STDs, you know, or, you know, we need to take it slow. I don't want to get pregnant. And that's interesting, but I can guarantee you if Kendra G wants or
I do kind of think Kendra G is a bit of a snake. I do. But this is a thing where I always think it's weird, right? She has a dating show, but she has no success in dating, right? Like, okay, I mean, I'll, you know, this is a thing where I'm just, when people do things specifically, right? It's literally she's the dating show, right? What can she, I mean, sometimes, right? Sometimes Kendra doesn't say nothing during her dating show, fine, right? She asks these questions, the person answered these questions, boom, that's it, done. Okay. Other times, you know, she does say certain things, or I don't know. It's like sometimes I just feel like she promotes really the worst of us to still be in the dating market, and I just feel like her dating show does not help anything. Right? Her dating show, in my opinion, really doesn't help anything. Because I don't know, it's like literally the worst of the worst that she shows in her dating, you know, her dating show.
Need something from that man, and don't get it twisted. Kendra G probably has money, but let's say if Kendra G needed something, do you think that she would say, well, you know, I shouldn't ask him for X, Y, and Z right now because I'm not having sex with him? I doubt that. I believe that Kendra G would take the opportunity to ask the guy for whatever she needed right now.
Yo, Whiskey does seem like he has a crazy life, right? Whiskey does seem like he has a crazy life. So I definitely agree with Evil Eddie. Definitely put it down like a memoir, right?
Regardless if she was going to bed with him. And I would say that it probably was the same way when she was dealing with the NBA superstar.
James, what up? What's up? What's up? Mrs. Porky Pig showed you who she is when she panned the cam to her LGBTQ flag. Certified weirdo. Okay. Okay. Whatever.
When she was dealing with the NBA player, she was giving it up and it was open.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. Please like the stream. Please like the stream and subscribe if you guys haven't, right? Please subscribe if you guys haven't.
Okay, it was not without any commitment. And we know that Kendra G has a hard time getting commitments because the last dude that she was dating, allegedly the guy was like a Nigerian scammer, and Tasha K, you know, brought that out. So, and he was a younger guy. So it already showed that Kendra G has a hard time maintaining people who actually want to be with her because as quiet as it kept, she is in Los Angeles. She is 46. She keeps herself together very well. She's an attractive woman, has a nice body. Don't get me wrong, but it's more than just looks. And what Kendra G has is a failure to really understand what men want from her. Now, don't get me wrong, Kendra G, when it comes to money and getting paid and understanding what men want from the women on her show, she gets it. And a lot of us are like that as people. We understand other people's problems like flat out because it's not us. So we can criticize other people. We can give advice to other people. It just so happens when we are in those shoes, it's hard to see it from the same bird's eye view. And so what Kendra G struggles with, like many people, male or female, she can't.
So that's the thing where I would say this, why I don't give advice, right? I mean, when it comes to dating, I don't give advice because who am I, right? I'm no one special to give advice to, um, you know, to anyone about it. I also think where, you know, I had a viewer say that, oh, why don't I try to do like a dating show myself? I'm like, no, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not gonna be good at that. I don't think I'm gonna be good at that, right? Because I always feel like certain things, right? I feel like certain things if you have success in, you want to you have a bit of backing to it, right? So if you're trying to do something, having a bit of success would be a good thing. You know, it helps your credibility, right? This is a thing where like I've started a kind of a bit of an investment community because I have a little bit of success to it, so I can show it. And that's what I try to do, where I have a bit of like, oh, look at this, right? There's some success. So I at least know a little bit what I'm talking about. Not saying I'm amazing at it. So, you know, that's where I go about it. When people have zero success and they're in that space, I'm like, okay. I mean, why would I even listen to anything about you?
Can't understand how to give somebody else what they need, but if you're paying her, she can do so. And that is why Kendra G is 46 and abstinent, as she said, which we all don't know if that's true or not, and largely not really appealing.
Real Rain, I like that. I grew up in reality dating shows like Bret Michaels couldn't find love in 3 seasons. What makes you think I can? I love that.
In the dating market, and that's because Kendra G only cares, in my honest opinion, number 1, about the bag, number 2, about clout, and number 3.
Yeah, again, that's the thing where, you know it, right? She knows that the women she has on her show are bottom of the barrel women. I'm sorry, right? They are like at least the worst to be, you know, pushing out into the dating market. But Kendra don't care. Kendra don't care. I mean, like she's getting the bag, she's gaining clout. That's all she cares about.
Has always put less of an interest on personal relationships. It's always been about, you know, listen, this is my life. Somebody has to fit into me and I'm not going to fit into them. But the issue is that when you're a person that is like that, almost always ends very bad. And it will end very bad. It always ends very bad, especially for ladies as they, you know, start to get older. And again, it's not because ladies are less attractive as they get older. Obviously, as you're 70, you're not what you were when you were.
I'll say this, right? When I say that as women age, and become bigger red flags, it's not because of their attraction, because there will always be a man, right? There will always be a man that will want you regardless, right? I've said this before. You will always have options, right? Women will always have options. It doesn't matter if she's fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, young, old, 8 baby mamas, 0 kids. It doesn't matter, right? Women will always have options, okay? Why would women become bigger red flags as they age is because of their personality. It is because of their personality. There is a reason that why at your prime, during your prime, you couldn't get a man you wanted to settle down with you. Okay? There's a reason. 9 times out of 10, it's usually because of your personality, not because of your looks. So as women get older, it's usually because of their personality. It only gets worse with time. Women's personality, people's personality, right? It doesn't get better with age. It gets worse.
30, but ultimately there are other things that are valuable that make you valuable in the market outside of just looks. And the problem with the Kendra G or somebody like her is that they just can't get it. That men of a certain value in a certain status need you to behave a certain way, and that means sacrificing. The problem is women like Kendra G cannot sacrifice. It's the opposite. They want you to sacrifice, okay? And that's why she was with that young scammer from Nigeria, because he would sacrifice. And of course, he had his little money, you know, that he was getting illegally, allegedly. And, you know, he was doing whatever he was doing for her. But once it comes to...
Thank you, Buster. And that's the thing, right? I think women like Kendra G, who is hyper successful, she won't sacrifice. Again, that's the career woman that's the career person mentality. Okay. And that's the, I guess, I think that's the maybe a masculine mentality where since you focus on your career, you are the leader of your life. So you want someone to join your life, right? You don't want to join someone else's life. That's the mentality you have. And I think that's a hyper successful career mindset where, most people, at least like, the CEOs, the presidents, the wealthy men, where they want someone to add to their life. They don't want to add to someone else's life. So it's probably difficult, particularly for a woman to get a man to add into her life, and I think a lot of times women won't even be attracted to that man because hypergamy, right? She wants a man that's better. To get a man that's less than her to add to her life, I think it's rarely going to last long.
A man that's really solid and it's legit, are they gonna sit around and say, okay, we're gonna have sex once you get ready? No. What's gonna happen is this. Most dudes that have an opportunity to deal with certain ladies, this is what's gonna happen. Let's say, for example, you do find a guy and he's not rushing you to have sex. If he really, really likes you and wants to be around.
Yeah, she's gonna have to pay, and I don't think it's gonna last long. For a woman like Kendra, she may try it, be hype on it, but it ain't gonna last long.
Around you, he might engage you in that. But here's the real kicker, baby. He's getting it from somewhere else.
Woo!
Absolutely getting it from somewhere else. And every time he's getting it from somewhere else, and every time you're saying no, you're just being hard to deal with, because being a successful guy, it's a lot of work, a lot of time, and whoever is going to make life a lot easier is going to win in the end. And that may or may not be you. And this is the problem largely that somebody like Kendra G has, but it's okay. She'll get over it.
Woo! I agree. Oprah, I cannot imagine her having a man ever. Or at least an equal partner. She can't. Yeah, what do you guys think? Kendra, she's a funny person. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right. Guys, that's it for tonight. That is it for tonight. I love you guys, right? You guys are all amazing. Thank you for being here. All right, that is it for tonight. Please like the live. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please check out my other videos. Please, if you guys could comment on the other videos, that'd be great too. Please subscribe. That would be amazing. Laughing Man, she's got to get the bag. I get it, right? Buster, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Whiskey, I love you, my brother. Whiskey, I love you. Real Rain, thank you for being here. Evil Eddie, I love you. You're amazing. Alan was here. Thank you for being here. RM, thank you, my brother, for being here. Alan was here, right? Alan, thank you. I love you, my brother. Alvy was here. Thank you. Real Rain was here. I'm tired. Red Door. Thank you for being here. Red Door. Big Bars. I love you, my brother. Thank you for being here. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing some love and support tonight, right? Please check out my other videos. I said thank you for Whiskey, right? Because I love the guy. I love you. All right. Anyone else? I think that's it. If I forgot to shout out, I'm sorry. I love System. Thank you for being here. All right. You guys are amazing. All right. I love you guys. All right. please like, subscribe. If you want to join the Discord, please join the Discord. Please check out my other videos, right? Please help me show some support, show some love. You guys are amazing. All right. Again, I'm going to try to do more mobile live streams. So if you guys have any thoughts on 10K, if we hit 10K, it's going to be some fun shit. If we hit 10K subscribers, it's going to be fun shit, right? I want to do more mobile live streams, right? With prompts and, debate questions or whatever. Please, if you have any questions or any prompt ideas, any debate ideas, please, put them in my Discord or put them in the comments in the videos, right? So again, if you guys have any debate ideas, prompt ideas, questions, things I could debate, things to have a conversation on, please comment them or put them on my Discord, right? I will look at them and I will definitely want to add them to the prompt. Japan is on the list. Japan is on the list, right? Japan is definitely going to be one of the options. I'm going to do, who knows, right? Who knows whenever we hit it. But if we hit 10K, it's going to be passport bro trip. Passport bro trip. We're going to hang out. We're going to hang out with everyone. We're going to chill. We're going to have fun. All right. So yes, I'm going to make a list of like possible countries, possible cities, whatever we can go to. So we can vote on it and we'll see. All right. I think that would be fun. That's it for tonight. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the love. Right. Later, guys. Later.